Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are playing Modern again. We had so much fun with it last week on the show that we had to run it back.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much to explore, so many cool decks.
Yep.
Really, it's been a great format for several years.
It really has.
Not sure if a lot of people realize that because it still takes a little bit of flack from the days when it was very much a linear decks paradise.
Yeah.
But since the banning of Gitaxian Probe and the rebanning of Golgari Grave Troll.
Yeah, and I would say KCI. I think once KCI left, that was, some people enjoyed it, but it was rough for the wide majority of people.
Yeah, there have been there's been Ironworks and there's been Hogak since then that have created blips on the radar. But as an overall, the default mode of the metagame has been fair, interesting, interactive, fun.
Yeah, yep, I totally agree. Yeah, it's been a great format, and it's nice that on Magic Online we have like 2 challenges every single weekend too. So we get a lot of deck lists, and there's still the pillars, the Izzet decks, the Heliod decks. They're still the best right now, and they always put up results, but there's always some kind of crazy splashes of decks, including the deck I'm going to be playing to start it off, which is an Esper control deck by none other than Wufatafa, just because he is the complete control master. And I have a feeling it's like anybody that picks up his control deck, it's just they do extremely poor with it, but he's just so good at doing it that, he wins. So we'll see. I'll probably stumble my way through it.
Yeah, Wafadapa has had that same reputation that like Shata Yasuoka has, where, he builds interesting decks. He builds them differently than anyone else, and he's really the only one that understands how to pilot them.
Yeah, and they build it for the event. Normally it's for like big pro events, and think back to like Pro Tour Honolulu, where Shouta won, and even said like in his post interview, like, don't play this deck, it's only for the Pro Tour. Like it's metagame for this exact tournament in a wide field is probably not good. And it makes sense. These kind of decks are framed that way. So
they're on another level. We'll see how much of that level Corey can approximate in this first match.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
going for 50%.
Very little. I'm going to be playing one of the sort of default decks of the metagame. This is John to Death's Shadow. Wanted to feature it because it's been updated a little bit recently. I know for a while people were playing Bomat Courier in these lists as an additional 1-drop to enable Scourge of the Skyclaves.
Sure.
But the Jund lists have now turned to Hex Drinker, a much more robust late game card than Bomat Courier is. Still 1 toughness, a little vulnerable to opposing Ren and 6s. Fortunately, not really a card you see in Esper decks. So don't have to worry about that one.
You never know.
But really nice to have a 1-drop, especially in a control matchup that could be so powerful in the late game.
Yeah.
If I draw that with 4 or 5 lands on the battlefield, you have to answer it that turn, or you're kind of dead.
Yeah, protection from instants, usually pretty good.
Against the control deck?
Against the control deck, believe it or not.
Especially a Wafadapa style control deck. He's always the draw go, operate on your turn, as opposed to the Sheen style that's like just slamming
haymakers. Yeah, that is Shaheen's way. Play control decks, but make sure my cards can do some heavy lifting. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget the new instant in your deck now, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So we figured since Modern Horizon 2 is coming out, and we know that there's going to be a specific counterspell that everyone loves. In fact, the counterspell, I did replace them for these 4 cards, and I'm playing counterspell. Straight upgrade. I can't wait. I'm going to draw one when it should be Mana Leak, and I only have the one blue.
Yeah, you have the swamp,
Exactly, yeah. So that's how it's going to work. All right, you got the marbles because you're a jerk.
I am indeed a jerk.
Start. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll keep.
I feel like I'm back in 2013. I'm definitely going to keep.
All right, pass to you. Back in 2013 where competitive Magic was at its peak, or?
At its zenith. Indeed. I will bobble myself.
Okay.
And MTG will break.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the game restarts now.
Yep. Let's keep that one right there.
Okay.
Make sure I got my companion here, by the way.
Yeah, get your companion in frame, man.
Then I do want to draw that one, so I'm going to take 2 for Blood Crypt and then Thoughtseize You.
All right, I'm going to respond. I'm going to probably take 3 here. I want a Fountain of the Hollowed variety.
And Force Spike that. Oh, by the way, there was a new preview today.
Yeah, new preview. All right, I'm going to opt in response.
Ooh, somebody needs lands.
You got me. You got me. All
That's
right.
usually what that means. Because, normally you're not taking the opt with the Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
So if opt is that important, it probably means he's digging towards the lands.
I have these cards. Counterspell. Look how pretty it looks. Oh, yeah. I just get to counter anything. I don't have to delve cards. I don't have to make you pay 3 mana. It's just countered. Can you believe it, Rob? What a time to be alive.
A day I've dreaded for many years.
Yeah, that counterspell is back. Your suspended search can be countered so easily.
Yeah, I know, right? All those scape shifts I cast, I'm gonna start playing like guttural responses.
Yeah, you wait till turn 7 to cast your scape shift, so you have 3 mana open, and be like, nice mana leak, nerd. But now, too bad. Counterspell is here to stay.
Beating Mana Leak with Rant decks was always nice. That was true.
That is, I was always on the mana leak side. I'd be like, well, I guess I got 2 mana leaks. That's the best I got.
It's a pretty good hand against a Thoughtseize. A lot of different answers, a lot of card advantage sources. Not really a hand I can poke a hole in. And I don't really have a good sequence to get around the early disruption. So I think I should just default to taking powerful cards. But with you being so landlight, I'm not sure I want to take the Teferi. I think I want to take the Cryptic Command.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Cryptic.
That is a powerful card. All right, you're at 16, I'm at 17.
And I'll pass to your upkeep or I'll draw a card with this bauble.
All right, he remembered. I thought you were going to tank so long that you just no way you were going to remember, so pass to you.
Well, if I had known I was drawing that, I might have played differently, but I will cast an Inquisition of Kozilek.
I kind of just want to counter this. I feel like that's probably what you're going to take anyways. And you don't get more information on my hand. Yeah, I'll counter.
Yeah, figured that would happen. And I've got a Forest and a Hex Trinket.
All right.
Pass turn.
Whew. That's not a land. I'll pass to you.
Okay, I like that.
How unlucky. A 2-lander with an opt. No land. Sounds about right.
Attack for 2.
Okay, I'll take it.
You go to 15. No reason to level this into the Fatal Push, so I'm just going to take this turn to buy the Lawless.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. I will Fatal Push this.
Okay. That is indicative of a counter spell.
I get a land and I'll pass to you.
I'll play a Hex Trinket.
Yep, that resolves.
And crack the Wooded Foothills.
Okay. You're at 15.
I'm gonna go to 13.
Okay.
My life total is pretty expendable.
Yeah.
Level once.
Sure.
Level twice.
Sure.
Level 3 times.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
All right. I will Esper Charm, draw 2 cards.
Yep.
All right. I will draw.
5 unknowns.
5 unknowns. 1 to fizzle. I will play a land and I'll pass to you.
Attack for 4.
Okay, I will take it. 11.
A little worried about
I got it to Teferi, okay.
Yeah. A little worried about a sweeper here. So I don't think I want to extend the Lurrus, but I will extend this Dark Confidant.
Bob?
I'll play this land first in case you have mana in your deck.
Okay.
Which I know you don't, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Then I'm going to level the Hex Drinker,
Okay.
and I'll level it again.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
All right. End step, I will Snapcaster and push Bob.
Okay.
Tricky. How many cards you got?
3.
All right.
One of which you know.
One of which is a kitty. Let's go with... I'll crack this.
Brings you to 10.
Yep. Let's just go with a basic here. Then I have a Teferi,
Resolves.
and I'll tuck this.
In response, I'm going to crack the Mire.
Okay.
That's going to bring me to 12.
Okay. Got to get this Hex Drinker out of there before it's protection from everything, then I'm pretty dead. Need a
Then I'll
sweeper.
go to 10 for this untapped Blood Crypt.
Okay.
And then the activation will resolve.
Okay. Declare attackers.
Yep.
I'll attack.
I'll go to 8.
Pass to you.
End step, I will bolt to Fairy.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Had to figure that was there, but Hex Drinker on 8 is just far too hard to deal with.
I'm going to play Luris, play Hex Drinker, and level it once.
Okay.
Pass the turn. A little bit worried about my life total here to play Dark Confidant, because I had to shock to be able to bolt.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if I was doing that, I could have just had that tapped and bolted on my turn, but that would run afoul of Force of Negation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just play this and pass to you.
Level Hex Drinker.
Yep.
Level Hex Drinker.
In response. So, Archmage Charm it. Gain control.
So it's still on 2.
With 1 on the stack.
Yep. Okay, I'll Fatal Push it.
Yeah, I'll counter that.
You have 1 in hand now?
Yep. Let's tap it like this.
I'll dismember it, going to 6.
Okay. Brutal.
Then I'll play Bauble with the Luris.
Okay.
Pass the turn, upkeep, Bauble you.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a pretty good one. So I know this is Hex Drinker, or?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, let's go. Oh, tilt. Thought I had a really cool play. But I don't, because I'm stupid. Okay, I will go for the throat here.
Yeah, good draw.
Attack.
I'll go to 4.
Pass to you.
Upkeep, draw, Bauble.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Play Hex Drinker.
Resolves.
Level.
Yep.
Level.
Yep.
Level.
Yeah, the results.
And then I will play Bauble.
Okay.
And Bauble you. Oh my god.
Did I get it to vary?
Draw on your upkeep.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That is good. I was like, that's an instant, but oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's insane. I guess I will play and entwine that.
You're one short of entwining.
1, 2, 3. No, it's 3 to entwine, right?
I thought it was 4 to entwine.
No,
okay.
3 to entwine. So what? Now I just get all of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, do that. Okay, that was insane. Create a 1/1, gain 4 life.
You're 14.
All right. Yeah, you played this game masterfully, so I had to get really lucky to get through. It was that Hex Drinker Teferi turn. I was stuck, you know.
Yeah.
I had to Teferi it, and then Lawless was going to take over, but yeah, I got pretty lucky.
I'm at 2.
All right.
Yeah, it's a classic draw. I'll play a Tarmogoyf that is now much smaller.
Yeah, still
land,
pretty large.
Instant Planeswalker, and that's a 3/4.
Yeah. Still larger than anything else.
Large enough to not die.
Done.
That's about it, yeah.
All right, you have 2 cards?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm still just going to draw 2. More than likely, whatever spells you have, you're going to just play in response. I'll play a land and attack for 1.
I'm at 1.
And I'll pass to you.
I just drew Thoughtseize land off the top of 8.
Nice. Yeah, that game, from that turn where I had to deal with, like you said, Hex Drinker there, put me in a weird spot where I had to deal with that, and then it opened the door for your Lawless to take over and even get back another Hex Drinker if you wanted.
Yeah, I could have gone to I could have paid an extra 2 life to be able to Hex Drinker instead of Bauble that turn when I dismembered the first one.
Yeah.
But I was already at 8. So I would have put myself to 4.
Yeah.
And then when you have a Snapcaster on the battlefield, you use attack with it. If you just draw like another Snapcaster, it would have been a really tough game for me.
Oh no, I'm saying you did right that turn.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the sequence of forcing me to use Teferi to deal with Hex Drinker opened up the Lawless plan. The charm, charm counterspell, I thought that was going to work, because if I get something pro instance, a 4/4 pro instance on my side, that's tough for you,
Yeah.
Pretty tough. I mean, you can still have bigger creatures, but then I can just level it, right? I do still control the level on that.
Yeah.
I would, right? Yeah. And then when I just pro everything, you cannot win.
Yeah, Archmage's Charm is very good against. So you do have some good tools. You have Archmage's Charm against Hex Drinker. You have Kai's Guile that you get thrown there. Yeah, just a couple good removal spell draws.
Nothing like Modern being in a healthy spot when Kaya's Guile and Esper Charm can both be in the same deck and be competitive, aka win a challenge. One of the best control players ever to do it. Won a challenge with it, but.
And maybe I was a little bit too cavalier with my life total early too. Like I didn't have a Death Shadow or a Scourge or anything, but I brought myself to 13 and then to 8 for me.
You didn't have a Vault Scourge, is that what you're saying? Or? No, okay, Scourge of the Sky class. I see.
So related to that Vault Scourge comment, actually.
Yeah, okay.
We have some more previews for Historic Anthology 5.
Some new ones came out?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course they did.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so first up in the set of 4, we have Sheldred Whispering One, sorry.
No idea what that does.
It's a 7-drop.
It's a 5 black legendary creature.
Hold on. Let me try it. It's a 5 black 6/6, has Swamp Walk.
Correct.
Right. I don't know the creature types, but it's legendary.
It's a Praetor.
Yeah, it's Praetor. Sure. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they sacrifice a creature, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you zombify a creature from either graveyard.
Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
I've reanimated this one in Cube a few times.
Okay, because
it's great in Cube. I love it.
I've gotten that in Momir before. That's the only reason I do it. I don't love Cube as much, but I love Momir Vig.
Oh, Momir is sweet.
So good. I mean, maybe if you can reanimate that, it could be something, but probably won't be a playable card.
Yeah.
Merfolk Looter.
Okay, won't be playable.
Court Homunculus.
Court Homunculus.
This is the white 1/1 that gets +1/+1 if you have an artifact.
Yeah.
Okay, Tempered Steel. Let's go.
It's an artifact creature itself.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
And a Tarkus Command.
Oh.
Okay, that's a real one.
A Tarkus Command.
So are we just going to get the whole command cycle? Seems like it.
I did hear Ojutai's command was leaked.
Yeah.
So I bet we are just getting all the commands. But man, a quick story time. My favorite Pro Tour, I think, and Pro Tour, for anybody that doesn't know, that's something way in the past. That was this magical dream that we could live and continue to play. But the deck that I played at a Pro Tour in Wisconsin, I believe we were both there. We were on testing teams for that.
Yeah. Milwaukee was the Pro Tour.
Yeah, one of the funnest testing experiences. Me and Seth Manfield ended up playing a green red Atarka's Command, become a man landfall deck, but we had like Den Protector as like the hot tech. Very nice, very nice. But the deck was awesome, and me and Seth would be just sitting across the table and be like, we could play this. Nah, let's play this. All right, how about this? Become Amends, Battle Rage, Attack Lethal. We'd run around the table, high five, and everybody playing against us is like, I hate you so much. But fun Pro Tour. I did pretty well.
So if you think Corey didn't deserve the slow roll I gave him last week, know that he absolutely did.
It was exactly that, but for an entire week in a testing house in a desolate location in the woods. So we were all kind of going a little crazy.
Hunting lodge, basically. The place was gigantic. We slept like service. 17 comfortably.
Yeah, no cell service. That could have been the start of a horror film for sure, but yeah, good times.
I played a Selesnya deck in that Pro Tour.
Yep, I remember
my best constructed record ever. I went 7-3.
Nice.
3 limited.
I went 8-2, punting one of my matches, and then 1-5 limited. That's about my pro career summed up in a tournament right there. Rob, we'll take one more question if you got it, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, we did actually have one from Histeus.
Okay.
Do you feel if you went into a modern tournament tomorrow, you would play anything other than Green-White Heliod, or is that deck just kind of in a tier of its own, and then everything else?
No, I don't think so. I think the deck is really good, and I think people that really like that style of deck, that is a very smart choice. But I would try to play a deck to beat it, because it's not at a ban level, in my opinion, right now. Like, I think it's a beatable deck. You just got to deal with these creatures. You got to have a lot of removal. You got to be able to have some efficient spells. It's a great deck, don't get me wrong, but I think it is beatable, and I think Modern is still in a bit of a spot where you can kind of play whatever you want. It's just you got to be prepared for the decks, because Modern sideboard cards are so amazing that if you come prepared for these decks, you're going to be okay, but you have to respect them.
Yeah, and I think that there's a couple things that make the deck resilient. One is how difficult Heliod is to remove from the battlefield.
Yeah.
And I would like to see some decks incorporate Vanishing Verse.
That's what I was just going to say. We have new tools for that.
Two is people not preparing themselves to beat Infinite Life. I watch a lot of Aspiring Spike, and his control decks now always have either Jace or Tybalt, Valky, and you can beat Infinite Life with either of them. Well, Jace by decking them, but with Tybalt, you actually just combo them with their own cards.
Remember our match?
Yeah.
Like, we would have did that if I wasn't so stupid.
Yeah. So you just got to have a plan. I certainly don't think the deck is, in a tier by itself. It's just, it's the best creature combo deck that we've probably seen. There have been Devoted Druid decks. There have been, Melirapod notwithstanding, because that actually got something banned. But different variants of creature combo, and it's because usually creature combo decks are more consistent and a little bit faster than other combo decks, but they're less resilient because their pieces are die to removal spells.
Yep.
And Heliod has sort of broken that parity a little bit by being this element of a creature combo deck that is so difficult to remove from the battlefield.
Yeah, where you can line up, the thing that makes Heliod Company so good is you can line up something like Collected Company on end step. If they counter that, then you can play your combo pieces, or you can just play Heliod on 3 when you think they have a removal spell, can't counter it. Stuff like that makes it really tough. But even look at this Esper deck. You can tell that it had Prowess decks and Heliod decks in mind. You have Fatal Push, great removal. You have Go Over the Throat, kills a lot of things. And you have ways to sacrifice Kaya's Guile to take out their graveyard and stuff for some of the Prowess stuff. It makes sense that this deck does well because it's preying on creature decks, and right now the best 2 decks are creature decks. Monastery Swifter decks and Heliod. So it makes sense if you target those 2 decks right now. That's what I would be doing in a modern tournament, is targeting those 2 and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable way to go about it. There's plenty of decks I think are perfectly fine to play in a modern tournament this weekend.
Agreed. Like even Amulets, it seems like it should be good against them. I don't really know. I'm not an Amulet player. I'm just too bad at it, but...
This hand... I have the classic Death Shadow no fetch lands hand.
Oh.
So I think I'm
Take
going to have to
two.
send this one back. One thing I noticed in that first game, Temur Battle Rage and Hexdrinker are not a combo.
They're not. They are not. Well, you could play it, and then as long as you have an extra, 6 or 7 mana laying around, level it to 8, after you Battle Rage, boom. Got him.
Okay, we got a plan now.
Take 16. It goes to an 8/8 or a 6/6?
Six.
Okay, take 12.
And pass the turn.
Yep. Yeah, pass the turn. You're at 8. Go. Rob, you got one more for us?
Yeah, Todd bullied me, so I had to ask one of his questions.
All right.
Ross, what are you all going to talk about on the MTG Rants podcast tonight?
Oh, do you know what we're talking about? No spoilers for the audience.
He may have asked me that same question, just phrased different ways twice.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about? It's the Jazz loss last night, okay?
Don't remind me.
They don't have their good players. It's not a true loss, I
What a
feel.
frustrating game.
That was frustrating. I managed to watch.
Oh, and what a frustrating hand. I guess this hand's fine.
Okay. I'll
I
keep.
did the math incorrectly.
My hand's pretty medium. Pretty hot medium here.
I'm going to go to 18 for an Overgrown Tomb and Thoughtseize You.
Okay. I got these.
Um,
Hot mediums at its finest. Kai's Guile actually does seem pretty good against Lawless decks. I always make fun of Zach Allen for playing it in all of his decks because I think it's such an underpowered card, but there are matchups where it's quite good. Then he always wins those tournaments, so I can't really talk. Yeah, it's interesting. You can break up my turn 2, but I don't know if it's the most powerful card.
I think I need to take this Kaya's Guile based on my hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Kaya's Guile and feel really bad about it.
Got him. Go. Too bad there's not an Esper Triumph. That'd be nice in here.
I will Thoughtseize You again.
Okay, added a Cryptic, man.
I will take your counter spell.
Uh-oh.
Then I'm going to crack this Bloodstained Mire, get a Blood Crypt. So 3, 4, 5, 6, this is going to be 2/2 because I'll be at 11.
Okay. You're at 11, and I'm going to go to 18. Or I'm at 19, excuse me. I already marked that down. Okay. I need a hallowed fountain here. Two Death Shadow, not bad, not bad. And all your art is amazing on those Bloodstained Mires and Thoughtseizes. Well, a little unfortunate to give you perfect info, but I definitely need to play this now, and I'll pass to you.
Okay.
I was supposed to draw Fatal Push there.
I'll play this Bauble and Bauble you.
How good?
It's pretty good.
Good, good. We'll show all the cameras. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll take 2 to 9, attack you for 4.
Okay,
You go to 15.
15.
And I'll play Scourge, 5/5.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Draw and upkeep.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty good. Don't see a reason to do it now, so I'll just pass to you. They're both 4/4s in very weird different ways.
4, 4, and a 5/5.
Oh, yep, Scourge is bigger. And
Yeah.
Scourge gets really big, really quick, so...
I'll play a Bauble and Bauble you.
Another gasser?
It's fine.
I think I have a sequence of something in mind for my next 2 turns.
I'll Thoughtseize you.
I will, yeah, it's a tough choice. Thoughtseize Lawless, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Breaking up my sequence.
So now I get to take the Snapcaster.
Okay.
Make sure you can't snap to go for the throat.
Yeah, my whole plan here was going to be go for the throat. If you bought Lawless, then next turn, take the hit, hold up Cryptic Command. If you don't do anything, Snapcaster, go for the throat this. And that'd be a great sequence.
Then I get to attack for 6.
Yep.
Put you to 9.
I got a... Oh, yeah.
So it'll be likely that I get Corey to 3, and that's at least in bolt range, which is why I went with the Thoughtseize play instead of Luris.
Okay.
I'll draw on your upkeep for the bauble.
Yep.
This could also just force the Cryptic to be a bounce spell.
Yeah, I'll play a land. I do have the option to Esper Charm you during your draw step to make sure your turn is only by Luris. Attack me down to
3.
Attack me down to 3, which is a bit of a tilt. Yeah, that doesn't seem good enough, so... maybe I have to do this.
Corey might take a risk here and try to Esper Charm into a push.
Yeah.
Because I know you're holding a Drowned Catacomb, right? Is the other one?
Oh, you knew that
from
land.
Bauble.
Okay, yeah. So there's no point in me not playing this. I thought I just wasn't going to play that for information, but
No.
yeah, you already knew that. So yeah, that's the question. Do I want to do that, or do I want to maintain my life total and maybe bounce Death Shadow, draw a card to make it a little awkward for you if you don't have a land? Yeah, I'll pass. So that makes Death Shadow lethal.
Yeah, the awkward part is it also puts me to 4, which
Oh, yeah.
which if you're able to stall
hide
long
that.
enough, I could just die to the colonnade.
Yeah, creature lands like this were always kind of well, I mean, one of the worst matchups for Death Shadow when it was Jund or Rakdos was just blue-white control. Because they had such great redundant answers like Path, Wrath of God, and then they just had these out of nowhere that can just get you.
If I go, put myself to 4, attack, force the Cryptic Command, then buy Luris, which is the good value play, then you can just go land go. I play Luris, Bauble, Death Shadow, and you just need to draw a land. So I can't really take that line.
Well, I'd have to still draw something for that next turn. It still kills me next turn.
Well, yeah, I guess I do get to recast the Shadow again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would force. So then you would have 2 draws plus the Esper Charm to find an answer, which is
Doable.
Yeah, very doable. That's four draws to find any 1 or 2 mana answer.
I have an idea of what I want.
And even a Snapcaster to block would be fine.
Oh, Snapcaster Kaya's guy would just be messed up. Sacrifice, because you sacrifice and then exile, right? It goes in order.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think I have to play this slower. I'll attack.
No blocks.
I'm going to crack this, go to 6.
Okay.
Just going to get a swamp.
Okay, this means I don't have to kill Death Shadow now. But if you have Lightning Bolt, then it's pretty silly of me. But if you don't, you buy Luris and I go either... You can play a 1-drop and I counter bounce. That keeps me alive for a turn. But yeah, you didn't put yourself in range where Colonnade is just going to kill you. That's the question. Am I okay dying to a lightning bolt? Can I live with that? I don't think so. All right, bounce draw.
Okay. I'll replay Shadow by Luris. Pass turn.
I got a land, and I'll pass to you.
Declare tax.
Yep. No blocks.
No effects.
All right, I'll take it.
Go to 2.
Yep.
This is an awkward game.
Yeah. It's a great game, aka every game in Modern.
You're at 2, I'm at 6. You have 3 cards in the end, one of which is Esper Charm.
These are the facts. The facts of life. The facts of life. Or the facts of death. Shadow. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
I'm going to play another Shadow.
Another Shadow, eh? I could respond with an Esper Charm, make you discard 2 cards, get rid of that Lawless.
But then you have 2 Shadows to contend with.
That's true.
It's a lot of Shadows.
It's more than 1.
Yeah, but 1 is what most people have. So if you have 2, that's probably a problem.
It's, yeah, honestly. It feels like death is following me around then if I have 2 Death Shadows. All right, I'm going to make you discard.
Yeah, this is why I played the Shadow instead of just leading with Inquisition like you normally would.
Yeah. And then I'll counter that.
Something you didn't have a counter spell. There's not really anything I can do against a counter spell. Like whatever spell I lead with, you just counter it and Esper Charm me with.
Yep.
Any land at least buys Corey a turn, any removal spell, and I'm left with nothing.
I will do the best possible. Kaya's Guile, gain 4 and sack a creature. I'll go to 6. I'll pass to you.
I just like get ahead and then start bobbling you, and it's just the best card every time.
Yeah. Well, what have you learned? Bobble yourself from now on.
That's the turn.
Okay. I'll attack.
A 4.
I drew a decent one with having 5 mana. I'll play a Teferi. I'll draw a card, and I'll untap, and I'll pass to you. Go away, yeah. Resolve.
You can go.
Okay. You're at 4. I'll tuck Tarmogoyf. I'll attack for 2.
I'll go to 2 and try to dismember it.
I will counter draw. My hand is just all gas. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a tough spot because I drew when I had the Esper Charm counterspell. My other card was Cryptic, so I had a lot of options there, but none of the options were really good when it came to not taking 6. So I think just Lightning Bolt I was going to be susceptible to. And at least when you play Death Shadow and I go to Esper Charm discard, if you Lightning Bolt me, at least I can then counterspell it. And then I have a Cryptic to tap draw and try to get it out of it from there. But luckily you didn't have one. All right, everyone, that does it for our first 2 games. We are going to head to the sideboard and see what we got in our matchup between Jund Death Shadow and Esper Control. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Jund Death Shadow and Esper Control. On my side, pretty typical to just bring out as much removal as possible. Temur Battle Rage also pretty weak against a deck with as much removal as Esper Control has.
Yep.
Bringing in a bunch of threats that give us some added resilience in Kroxa and Tend the Pests. That way when Corey top decks the Go for the Throat that's supposed to stabilize him, it doesn't.
Touche. Yeah.
Veil Summer, we don't need to say more about that card. I'm bringing in a couple trophies since it can deal with Teferi should Corey be able to land one on an even battlefield. Can also hit, Celestial Colonnade if need be, and the extra Kolaghan's Command to grind in the late game as well.
Sounds great. So I'm going to be taking out my Esper Charms. Maybe it's weird to say, but maybe this is kind of like a Sacred Cow where you need that as your 3-drop. But if I'm bringing in so much removal just to make sure you don't get those quick wins with turn 2 Thoughtseize into Death Shadow and then just disrupt again and kill me when I'm holding Esper Charms, I think I'm still should be taking these out. Then I'm taking 1 Cryptic, 1 counter spell out, mostly for curve consideration. I don't want to take out 2 counter spells and be left with a lot of clunky Cryptics, although Cryptic can be quite good. Then just bringing in cards that kill all your creatures. So pretty simple stuff there.
There's a lot of Kai's-Guiles.
That is a lot of Kyle, all the way up to 4, and that says something about the card. And, maybe it is just really good. But honestly, it doesn't seem good against the 2 big decks to me. It doesn't seem good against Izzet Prowess, and it doesn't seem good against Heliod. They have so many little creatures in Heliod, and same with Swift Spears and stuff from Izzet. But I guess the whole thought is to just Fatal Push or go for the 1-drops, and then when they play Storming Entity, then you have a way to actually kill it. And maybe that's probably why I go for the Throats in the deck too for Stormwing. There's not many things that actually kill that card. You know?
I remember seeing the list when I was looking at it after the weekend, and Go for the Throat had a lot of hype around it when it was first printed, but it was printed in an era where Mox Opal was legal and Affinity was in a lot of places and Inkmoth Nexus was in a lot of places.
Yep.
You don't really see that around in Modern these days. The Colossus Hammer decks are about the only place you see Inkmoth Nexus, and Affinity is, of course, hasn't been around for a while. So Go for the Throat seems like a really good 2-mana removal spell in Modern right now, whereas Heartless Act sometimes doesn't get creatures, especially in the Heliod deck that have a lot of counters on them.
Yeah. I think that's another smart inclusion because what you said, Hammer Time is the main Inkmoth deck, and that deck is really that's one of the first decks in my mind that's pushed out of the metagame where I don't even consider it anymore because it's bad against Heliod and Izzet Prowess. Maybe not as bad against Heliod, but for sure Izzet Prowess.
Yeah, not a deck that likes to see Lava
Dart. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense, all the choices in this deck list with what's popular in the metagame right now. All right, we got time for a pity game here.
If I knew I had a land on top of my deck after I shuffle it from this fetch land,
yeah,
I'd be a little inclined to keep this hand. But as is, it just doesn't do anything unless I had a land. I mean, there's a land on top of that as well.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
about to get shuffled.
I'm gonna keep. It's very weak, but control hands never look like, oh my god, There's some control hands that used to look really good when it was just Thoughtseize, Search for Iskanta, back when Search was good and stuff like that. But for the most part, control decks that don't have those kind of powerful 2-drops, they just all look pretty medium. If you got lands, you can cast a couple spells, you're good.
So, speaking of a land, actually, one of the new cards that was previewed somewhat early for Modern Horizons 2 was Urza's Saga.
Oh, you mean the enchantment?
Which is an enchantment land. That on the first chapter, it gains tap, add colorless. Second saga is Urza's Saga gains 2 tap, create a 0/0 colorless artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact. And the third chapter, search your library for an artifact card with converted or with mana cost 0 or 1, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So what do y'all think about this one?
I think this card could be good. I can't for sure picture a clear-cut shell it goes into, but I mean, just playing it, having it be a land already, and then go and fetching a Bauble or a Mox Amber in maybe some of these Emery-style decks. Saga 2, I don't think is very good, but it's very important to note that Saga 1 gains that ability through the time it's in play,
Same with the second chapter, so you can just make 2 constructs out of it.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay.
You do that with the third chapter on the stack.
Okay. All right, that's even better. Yeah, because I don't see that ability being insane right now. We don't have Oko, Mox Opals that are spamming the board with a lot of artifacts, but I think this card's going to be really good. I don't know where the shell is, but I know Ari Lax just wrote an article that was pretty sweet. If y'all want to check out, I think he broke down that card. So
yeah, the card seems very good.
Yep. You down to 5 there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm only going to second time because I had the same hand but worse. It was, had the only threats in it. It was a one-lander where the only threats were Scourge of the Skyclaves and 10 the Pests, so it was neither relevant.
Yep.
This is a good 5, but I really wish it was a 6.
Yep. Yeah, no, that sideboard to me does not have a pure control deck in mind, which I think that's a lot of Modern right now. There's not many just control decks, so you have to leave in some stinkers.
Do I want to just take the risk and try to hit a land off the bauble? I think that's my best way of getting back into this game, to be honest. So let's do it.
All right. Fire it off, buddy.
I will play a bauble and bauble myself.
Okay.
I will play a Bloodstained Mire and pass the turn.
I bet that's a land, huh? I got an island, go.
Let's crack this fetch on your end step, get an Overgrown Tomb.
Taking 2?
Yeah, I'll go to 17.
Okay. But you can just put it into play tapped, and then, because you're not going to cast anything at end step, right? So you're just dealing yourself needless damage, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just want to get this match over with.
Okay. Yeah. That's the spirit.
17 right now.
17 to 20. Scourge of the Skyclaves, go.
Thought sees you.
Here's a situation that I had before. I have an opt, but here I have lands. So I think this does mean I'm just going to let you do this. So you can take off if you want to. I still got better magic cards.
I will take your Teferi.
Okay.
If this game is going to go long, let's just take the most powerful card.
Makes sense.
Puts me to 15.
Yep.
Then I'll pass the turn.
End step, I will opt. I do not want an island. Okay. Draw. I will play a Catacombs and I'll pass to you. I'm going to avoid my fetches here just for Scourge. Make you earn it.
I will go to 14.
Okay.
I'm going to put this Shockland in tapped.
Okay. Sure, 14 you said?
Yep.
Okay. You gave up on the damaging yourself plan already, huh?
Yeah, just completely gave up. I'll go to 12.
Okay.
Play a Tarmogoyf.
Zagoyf, okay.
I've got land, instant, sorcery, artifact.
Sounds right.
4/5, pass the turn.
Planeswalker too, right?
Oh yeah, there's a Teferi.
Yeah.
Can you push the dice down just a little bit?
I don't want to get absolutely wrecked by a Veil right now. There's only 2 of them, and I kind of just have to get them out anyways, so I don't know if I really have a choice. Yeah, Veil me.
Yep.
All right. All right, I got Glacial Fortress, and I'll pass to you.
I'll attack for 5.
Okay, 15.
I'll play a Croxa.
Croxarino, eh? Yep. Take 3.
You're 12. Wooded Foothill Shadow.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
It's pretty good.
Oh, we didn't have creature, did we? I should have Croxed for you. I'm a dingus.
So now it's at 6.
Yeah. Missed a point.
All right, end step, I'll charm this. 12 all. I will play a Delta, and I could attack for 4. Make it pretty awkward for you to be able to attack me back. That's kind of a cool play, because I can't block Tarmogoyf this next turn. That's the only thing. So, yeah, I'm going to crack this.
So you're going to go to 9?
Yeah.
Then attack me?
Yeah.
That'll put me to 8. Then I'm going to crack this fetch to 7.
I'll go to 9. You go to 7. So what? This is a 4/4. Maybe that was wrong. No. Okay, I'll pass to you.
At it again. Maybe I don't think there's a way I could have kept you above 13 for one more turn, but
Yeah. I don't think so either.
play Hex Drinker.
Hex Drinker, eh? Okay.
Lawless.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Think
Yep.
this is generally better than playing the Croxa. The awkward thing about playing the Croxa is it's going to shrink my Goyf a lot. I guess not that much. You have land, Planeswalker, instant.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have to get rid. I would shrink by 1.
I had a cool play if you just
Oh, shrink by
attacked.
2 actually.
If you attacked with Tarmogoyf, I was going to play this, target Gopher, throw it, block, and then kill you, but I guess I'll just go with this. Gopher, throw it that. I have a Flooded Strand, so I can go to 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is lethal. You have to chump that.
You need another fetch land, so of course you have it.
Hell yeah. I drew a lot of lands. And take 2,
Yeah, I'm a 5.
and pass to you.
Now you just have a counterspell and I'm dead. Because this doesn't protect anything because I only have 4 mana. Yeah, play Lawless.
That resolves.
Okay, I will play Hex Drinker.
Okay.
That's the turn.
Oh, that was probably a good one.
Any removal spell is fine. Literally any spell in your deck.
Removal spell doesn't do it.
It doesn't do it, but it basically kills me.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go to 7.
Seems unnecessary, but
I'll go to 6.
do 2 spells that cost 6 mana.
Oh, I'm just gonna entwine this.
Sure, 1 spell that costs 6 mana.
I guess I don't want to gain life. Yeah, so maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, I guess I will just 4, 5, 6, 7. I will just have you sack a creature and make a flyer. And then attack with these 2.
And currently Shadow's a 7/7.
Yep.
So I could trade for the Snapcaster and go to 1, but that, like the 1/1 flyer, then is too threatening. So yeah, I'll block the Shadow.
All right, pass to you.
I'll go to 6.
Okay, your turn. I guess I screwed myself over if if you had like double bolt.
I guess I do have. I can live for another turn. Yeah. So I'll play the Croxa.
Yep. Yeah, I shouldn't have put myself to 6. I definitely should have stayed at 7. That was stupid. Because I have a land, so I go to 3.
Yeah, you go to 3. So now I can top deck a bolt. Is that what you're saying? So I'll play this fetch too. You can go.
Yeah, attacks.
Actually. So now I chump here, go to 3.
Pass to you.
And instead of crack fetch, and if you've drawn a land.
Yeah.
So the fetch brings me to 2.
Okay.
Right. Let me get a mountain.
Yeah, I may have punted this. I'm definitely giving you a chance here. Yeah, I'm just dead.
If you have a land in hand, you are.
Yeah.
Also, I'm at 2, so I can't Thoughtseize in case you do a big spell, but I can Inquisition first.
Yep. Yeah, I punted that one by sacking that last fetch land thinking I was going to entwine. If I would have slowed down there, I would have...
Yeah, realized you didn't want the life gain.
Exactly, yeah. I just thought, oh, 6 mana spell, so all right, you got the pity game.
Got him.
I played that loose. Oh, well. That was a sweet match. I really like this deck, though.
After you fetch, you might have just been better off actually entwining still, because then you hit my graveyard. I don't have the Croxa.
Yeah.
Like, you just gain the life, and your shadow's bigger, but who cares? I have nothing.
Or just sack a creature, exile your graveyard. So I think I just did the only thing that gave you a chance to kill me. So, yeah, that wasn't great, but...
Yeah, or just choose that as the second mode.
Yep. Oh, well, but hey, I like this deck. I still have always kind of liked that deck, too. I just think... it's not at the best spot in the metagame. You know, prowess decks can kill you out of nowhere, so your life total, slapping yourself down that much can be a quick liability. And then Heliod, like the card Heliod itself, you just cannot beat, you know?
Yeah, no, it's really, really hard to manage your life total with decks like this, with how powerful Modern is these days.
Yeah.
Even against the control deck, I ran into issues managing my life total, against Archmage's Charm and stuff like that. And with the format being more powerful, that means the tops of people's decks are more powerful.
Yeah.
3 years ago when shadow decks were everywhere, people weren't top decking things like Archmage's Charm. They weren't top decking things like Kaya's Guile that could do a lot of damage, even Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. So I just think discard spells are in a worse place in Modern than they have been in a while.
Yeah. Totally agree.
And that's really what hurt this deck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, that's for sure. But all right, everyone, that's going to do it for our first match. We got so much fun Modern action, though, so stay tuned. Match number 2, I have a nice little Aspiring Spike Brew, and this is a Bring to Light deck, but much different than the normal Bring to Light decks you see. We're not trying to win with Scape Shift, so we're not playing, essentially these bad cards and bad lands. We're just playing a Sultai deck that is just good, consistent. Then we got Velki as a way to transform into Tibalt, and just a good toolbox of good Sultai cards. So once again, Aspiring Spike, I think, is like, it's kind of crazy to say because he's not, MPL rivals, but I think he is one of, if not the best deck builders right now.
Well, to be fair, nobody's going to be MPL rivals.
That's fair. Too soon. But he's just awesome. I love that guy.
Yeah, has built so many awesome decks in Modern even in the last 2 months.
I know, right. He's hungry, he's got a good stream going, and just constantly shows up with cool decks, focused on Modern mostly, but still, love it.
Really love it that he makes our job so easy.
He really does, yeah, absolutely. So keep it up, buddy. What do you got coming up against
I'm going to be playing a little Boros Sparrows. We saw the Izzet deck last week, so now we get to see one with the Luris and Clever Lumimancer put you under a lot of pressure.
Okay, sounds great. So we're going to take a short 7-minute break, and then we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to take at Star City Games, and he will get his favorite one sent over to us. All right, everyone, we are continuing our journey into the Wild West world of Modern.
Wild, wacky, and wonderful world.
Oh yeah, it's all the things. We all love it. The games are always insane. We played some historic, on Tuesday. We had a bad matchup, our second round, where it was just a beating. You just destroyed me. It didn't feel competitive at all. In Modern, it doesn't really matter. All the decks we play, they're always close. There's always, tension points in each game, and that's just what I love about it. And I think that's what the vast majority of everyone loves about Modern. So anytime we get to play it, I'm always hyped.
Yeah, there's a baseline power level of all the decks that are successful in the format that gives you a chance to just beat people, with your best draws.
Exactly. And, we're really trying to get a good picture of what Modern is now before it gets completely flipped upside down with Modern Horizon 2. So that's coming up pretty soon, and you best believe we're going to be playing a lot of that because that's going to be exciting. Yeah.
And for this round, I'm going to be playing Boros Prowess. I know last week we said that we both prefer the Izzet version of the deck, but the Boros one is solid. There are some advantages. It plays a little bit more like a burn deck. They have Boros Charm. There's a couple of Leonin Light Scribes in the creature base too, so you can go wide with that. And then, of course, the power of Lawless is the really big draw.
Yep, okay, and I'm going to be playing a Lawless deck as well, but a much different deck. I'm playing the other colors, and just playing a nice Sultai control deck. One of my favorite decks in Modern pre-Uro ban was just Sultai Answers, and you play Uro as your win con, and this feels as close to it as I've seen. It's just all the best counter spells. I'm actually going to be playing counterspell instead of the logic knots. Mana leaks that you might be seeing on the screen, but once again, we know this is in Modern Horizon 2, so might as well get it in there. But just a lot of good Sultai removal, and then the new thing is Bring to Light to get either Velki or just Damnation, any kind of spell like that, but using Bring to Light as just a value 5-mana card instead of the combo piece that it always is. You still can get Valky because that's insane, but really just a Sultai control deck that doesn't have Jace, doesn't have Jace the Mind Sculptor, doesn't have anything expensive because we are a Lurrus deck as well.
Yeah, but you know you can fit that with Valky, so you get to play your 7-drop and your Lurrus deck somehow, which is also a 5-drop, but also a 2-drop, and that's how the rules work.
You cannot play Tybalt from the graveyard though with Valky, right?
You can play Valky from the graveyard with Lurrus, but
that'd be a lot of mana anyways, but still that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's battle here.
I will be on the play.
I don't like that.
And I think I will be mulliganing.
Okay.
No. Never mind.
Never you mind. I'll keep. Nothing insanely special, but it's a keeper.
Yeah. Instead of 1-lander with double, 5 2-mana spells.
Yeah.
But 2 of them were Manamorphoses, so if I drew a land, my hand was insane.
Yeah, no kidding. What's the 1-drop? Lithomancer? Lumimancer. Okay, yeah, that card is insane. It can kill you out of nowhere with all these Manamorphose, Lava Dart, which counts for 2 spells.
And Boros Charm can give it double strike.
Oh yeah, holy. Yeah, that's quite the combo.
Yeah, Boros Charm is this is probably the best Boros Charm deck I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and you really can use all 3 modes.
Yeah, most of the time it's just take 4, which is still insane,
Okay, second hand. This one is very keepable, and I will be putting back. Yeah, we'll put that one back.
Okay.
I will begin with a Mishra's Bauble. I'll bauble you. Guess I'll have done. Let's imagine I did that on your upkeep, because I'm just playing this.
Okay.
That way, in case you have a Thoughtseize or something.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll go to 18, bauble you on your upkeep. I see that breeding pool.
Yep.
I'll draw on my upkeep.
I have a bauble as well. And now I can bauble myself to see what I got. Do I care about that? Guess that's not so bad. All right, I will play a Misty and pass to you. Draw.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
I will crack this fetch.
Okay.
I'm going to get another Sacred Foundry. Just make sure I have double white for Lurrus.
Okay.
Play this Light Scribe.
So you're at 15?
15, yeah.
Okay. Done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to sack this at end step. Just get a basic. Go to 19. That is a scary battlefield already. I guess I do have Abrupt Decays in my deck. Maybe I can't afford to get a basic. Yeah, we'll get a basic.
19 to 15.
All right, and then I will opt. I will draw this. Draw. I'll take 2 and pass to you.
I'll play a Manamorphose.
I will counter spell.
I will attack for 6.
Yep, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I will go to 13.
You know what? Let's make it 6 more.
Wow.
While you're tapped out, Mutagenic Growth, one of them.
Okay.
So I'll be at 13.
And I'll go to 7.
And you'll go to 7, yeah.
All right.
And then I'll play a Mishra's Bauble, pass, upkeep, bauble you.
Oh yeah, it's instant or
Yeah,
sorcery. I was
Magecraft
like, that
is
was pretty
instant or
stupid.
sorcery. Want to get my mutagenic growths in while I can. They're not really good at protecting
You
my
bobbled
creatures.
me now, or
On your upkeep.
okay?
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
that. Reflecting Pool, not a bad draw. All right, I'm gonna play a Reflecting Pool, and then I'll pass to you.
Upkeep, bauble trigger.
Bubble trigger on the stack. I'm gonna charm that.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
I will attack you for 2.
I will block.
Okay. I'll play 2 more creatures.
Oh God.
You can go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was also decent.
There's usually 1 sweeper in this deck to bring to light 4. Hopefully Corey doesn't have it.
That's fair.
He's 2 turns away from casting Braid.
Fair. I'm gonna take 2.
Brings you to 5.
Then I will pass to you.
Draw.
Yeah, wait a minute. I might have to act sooner here.
Upkeep.
No, I
Or on
might
your
still be
turn.
on my turn. Yeah.
Still thinking.
Still thinking. Yeah, this is tricky, but let's go with...
A fatal push.
Well, let's push that, and then pass to you. Make sure you can't do any upkeep spells to pump the team.
Okay. Attack with my creatures.
No blocks.
Take 2.
I will Abrupt Decay this. I drew Abrupt Decay immediately after I made the point of this.
Still before damage, I'll cast a Manamorphose.
Okay.
I'll make red white.
Yep.
And I'll Boros Charm, deal you 4.
All right. I got the force,
That's
but
the
I got to use all my resources here.
So you're going to take 3.
Down to 2.
2. I'll play a land and pass.
Okay. I'll play this land and pass to you.
On your end step, I'll crack the Arid Mesa, go to 12.
Okay.
Tap Sacred Foundry. Got 1 card in hand.
1 card.
Didn't buy the Lawless. That's not good. Not a good sign.
I'm still quite scared. Quite scared. Yeah, my other option was to just Cryptic Command, tap your team, but I felt like I wasn't getting to...
Attack for 1.
No blocks.
Take 1.
Yeah, I'll gain control of it.
Okay. I will buy Lawless.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. All right. I will buy Lawless. And do I want to attack? You're at 12?
Yeah. Got 12 to 2.
Yeah. I'll attack.
11.
Pass to you.
Yeah. Play Lawless.
Okay.
Play Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
Play a tapped Inspiring Vantage.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll go for that throat.
Just go for the third off the top every time. Upkeep, I'll bauble you.
How
Okay.
good is it?
It's not very.
Okay. Well, I will be playing Lawless for my bobble. I'll bobble you.
How good is mine?
Ooh, so good. And then I'll play this. Attack for 2.
I'm at 9.
And then say go. Draw
So
for bobble.
you draw first.
Yep.
Which is important.
Yep.
Sunbaked Canyon.
Okay.
Back.
Okay.
Soulscar Mage.
Yep.
Monastery Swift Spear.
Yep.
Attack with Swift Spear.
Yeah, I'll block.
I'll mutagenic growth my Swift Spear. Pay 2 life, go to 7.
Okay, you got a 7. This dies. I gain 3 to 5.
Yep, 7 to 5.
All right.
That's the turn. At least I know with the Lawless.
I will play a bobble.
Yep.
I'll attack for 2.
5 all.
I will bobble you. Okay, damnation. And then I will draw. Nice. Oh, that was not good. I'll play land and pass to you.
That's good. Light up the stage.
Yep. Resolves. Nice.
Go.
I got a land and I'll pass to you.
I have a creature.
You do indeed have a creature. I'll counter it.
That's the turn.
Go.
Manamorphose.
Yep.
Ink red white.
Okay.
Crash through white floating.
Okay.
Play a bauble.
Okay.
All by myself.
Okay.
Pass. Draw on your upkeep.
End step. I will Archmage's Charm, draw 2.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Yeah, draw. Okay, I'll attack.
3 to 5.
Okay, now I have a Bring to Light for 4. Probably just Valky here. Still pretty sweet. Could do Cling. Cling is actually kind of insane. But yeah, I think we'll just go with Valky. Bring Tybalt to the party. Okay. Tick up each player. I will play a mountain, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, this has to be good, and your hand has to be bad. I'll play a Swift Spear.
The Swift Spear. Yeah.
Just thinking, so I'm dead.
Yeah, that resolves.
Attack you.
No blocks.
Before damage, dart you. It's lethal.
I have a counter spell.
See.
Yeah. So yeah, you can still put me to 1. So yeah, I get kind of punished by not countering the Swift Spear.
And I'm actually gonna, I think, dart the snap to buy myself time.
Okay.
Because it puts you to 2, and I don't have 1 damage spells.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I should have countered the Swift Spear. Didn't think of dart. So I take 3 down to 2?
Yep, for 2 to 2.
Okay.
Probably would also let the first dart
Done.
resolve and copy the second.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm fine with Bring to Light. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I will... Yeah, you're dead. I will exile this and play it. Then I will Bring to Light for Cling, attack you for 3. Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, just had like 5 draws to find a burn spell and didn't.
Yep. Yeah, you totally did. I did not. Whenever I cast the spell, that's when I drew it. You know? Okay. This is cool. Your start was so good, and I just did not have any removal, and I immediately got punished. I'm like, yeah, I didn't have the Abrupt Decay. I'm like, I'll probably get punished for doing this island. Then I opt, and it's Abrupt Decay. I'm like, wow. Justice was served.
Yeah, I
I
also...
believe we both have our Lyrises.
Yeah. Did I ever put you to a virtual 1? I guess I could have there with that on that dart turn.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, on that very last turn, like instead of I put you to 2, if I just darted you on the flashback.
You would have put me to 1, yeah.
Yeah. Because I threw away a point on the turn I had just the Light Scribe against the Swift Spear of mine.
Yeah.
I think you had some creature of mine.
Okay.
And I had 2 lands in play, and you were at 7.
Okay.
And my hand was Soulscar Mage, Swift Spear, Boris Charm, and I just decided to attack, and you chump blocked. But if you didn't chump block, you were going to die to the charm.
Yeah.
And then I played 2 creatures post-combat, but one of them was Swift Spear. If I had just played Swift Spear and attack...
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, because that's what I bobbled. That's the card I saw from you, yeah.
Yeah, you would have just taken 1.
Yeah.
And then, you still could have won the game by just countering the
So you were going for the win if I didn't block. But if I was going to block, it would have been better to play this. Yeah,
I would have threw away a point of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, but then to be fair, then what I do, it changes how I counter, because then I counter the Swift Spear for sure.
Do you if you're at 4 instead of 5?
I guess, because if that card in your hand is Boros Charm, I still want to counter that.
Yeah.
So maybe.
But you would lose to Lava Dart. Like then it's like, do you have Lava Dart or Boros Charm?
Yeah, and I had Boros Charm on the mind though, so I was not even thinking of Lava Dart. So I think I would have let it resolve and then died because of it, and I would have been very tilted.
Yeah,
but
because there's 4 darts versus 3 charms.
Yeah, but I just personally I mentally spaced that out there. But all right, but anyways, got there. Rob, you got any questions from our lovely audience?
Yeah, this is kind of going back to last match a little bit,
Okay.
but one we didn't get to before was, do you feel that like Grixis Shadow is dead and that like the Jund Shadow is now just the Shadow deck again? I know we get that all the time, but
Yeah. Grixis Shadow, people are always nostalgic for, but it was just a fundamentally flawed deck. It didn't have enough threats, you know, so you have a lot of draws where you keep your opening hand because it's like double Thoughtseize, 2 Thought Scours, 3 lands. You're like, yeah, it's a fine hand. And then you just do not find a threat and you just die badly. So I just think that deck is a thing of the past, personally, but...
I also think it's a thing in the past just for different reasons. I wouldn't say the deck is fundamentally flawed.
Really?
I think the issue with it now versus when it was, winning tournaments is it is gaining its advantage with those early cantrips and the increased power level of the format and the London Mulligan offering decks increased consistency has made spending time playing those cheap cantrips much more of a cost. And then, your advantage came in creature mirrors came from Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
And other decks are, keeping up with that with Lawless now. The fact that the Jund decks get this incredible card advantage engine that they draw every single game, as opposed to you just generating a little bit of marginal card advantage with Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
You do no longer have the edge in those mirrors that you once did. So just the texture of the format has changed in a way that the blue cards are not the best way to supplement Death Shadow anymore. I think they were in 2018.
Yeah. And Grammatic Angler was like that card that was so hard to kill, like besides Path, kind of like Stormwing Entity. But now, like, especially if cards like Go for the Throat are popping up and stuff like that, then it's not as good.
Everybody's got Scourge of the Skyclaves, so they have another creature that they have a second big creature anyway.
Yeah.
That could be bigger than Gurmag Angler. Gurmag Angler means that you can't play Lurrus.
Yep.
So maybe
Teferi Time Reveler slapped up Angler.
So there are just a lot of issues with it that weren't issues in 2018 that are now.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, great question. Let's battle. All right.
I will keep my hand.
This hand feels a little sketchy, but I think it's a keep. I'll keep.
I will lead on Vantage, Soulscar Mage.
Okay.
You're up.
I will play a Triumph. I'll pass to you.
Attack for 1.
No blocks.
19.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to 17, get a Sacred Foundry, and play another Soulscar and a Lumimancer.
Uh-oh.
Pass the turn.
That's scary. That was a pretty decent draw. I'm going to play a Delta. And I'm going to do this now. I don't want Boros Charm to save this, so kill that and I'll pass to you.
Getting the Lumimancer out of the way. I will Lightning Bolt you.
Okay.
Go to 17.
Yep. Or 16. You attacked me for 1.
Yeah, last turn, sure. 16. Then I will cast Light Up the Stage.
Okay. Couple of lands. Did you need lands?
And I'll play a Crash Through.
Okay.
Attack for 8.
All right. I will take it down to 8.
Pass the turn.
I'll go to 7. Let's go with... Doesn't matter too much. Only 1 Triumph, I assume.
I think there's a Ketria in there as well because of
Tibble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose actually that's probably better because I mostly do not want to draw it. Nah, I'm still going to go Watery Grave. Double black I think is a little more important. Alright. On tap. A draw. Now, what do we want to do? I will pass to you.
Draw.
Yep.
I'll play Manamorphose.
Yep.
I will make red-white.
Okay.
I will Boros Charm you. Deal 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, eh? Alright, I'll take it. Down to 3.
Attack you for 6.
Beginning of combat,
Sure.
I'm gonna steal one of these.
Obviously. 3. Let's Arid Mesa and pass the turn.
Alright, I'll untap. I will draw. Play a land and pass to you.
And stuff, I'll crack Mesa.
Okay.
Get another tap Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
That puts me to 18. Or
I do it 7.
7. Yeah, I made
17,
17.
okay.
So I'm at 16 now. Yeah,
Okay, so
I
16 to 3?
Yeah. You have 5 in hand?
Yep. All good ones.
Play Sunbait Canyon and sack it.
Okay.
Buy Luris and pass the turn.
Alright. I will draw. And I will Valky you. I will be taking Luris, and I'll pass to you. It's not a very good hand.
Nope. Manamorphose.
Yep.
Make red.
Red, red.
Go. Actually, yeah, let's play Widowfoots.
Okay. And Stable Transform.
That's it. Then not at sorcery speed.
No.
Okay.
It is now Luris. Untap.
Yep.
Okay. Sunken Hollow. It's untapped. Then I will attack for 3.
I will block the Soulscar Mage.
Okay.
I will Mutagenic Growth my Soulscar Mage before damage. I'll go to 14.
You'll go to 14. That's a tilt. Yeah, I was like, any spell you had, you probably would have cast at end step, so I didn't think you'd have it, but that one does make sense. So that does make it large, and you'd get Luris back, which I kind of can't allow. So I guess I will Snapcaster and push this.
Okay.
And pass to you. But no lifelink, which is a tilt.
Still alive.
Yep.
Crack the canyon.
Okay.
Still alive.
Okay.
Bobble myself. This is why I didn't crack the fetch land, by the way, in case I drew bobble.
Smart.
That's a Sunbaked Canyon. Crack footed whales.
Okay.
I'll go to 11.
Okay. Why not?
It's my last fetchable land.
Okay. But do you need to take 2?
I don't know, but I'm conceding if I don't draw a burn spell this turn. So
Okay, fair enough.
might as well.
Might as well, yeah. If I start gaining life with Lawless, and then, yeah.
Like if I'm at 13, I'm going to be dead in 2 turns anyway if I brick.
Lava dart, lava dart, lava dart. Lava dart would still be fine. You could still kill Lawless, I suppose, but...
Yeah, I guess because of Lava Dart, I should have the center tap.
Okay.
I'll go to 13. Lava Dart is a card that could extend the game.
All right.
Okay. If I was playing against the previous list that have Mana Leak in them instead of your counter spells, then I might want to untap in case I draw both.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
So pass.
Yep.
Upkeep, Bobble Trigger.
Yep.
Oh, another Moth Blitzmire. Sure.
Yeah, now I get to attack, gain 3, bring to life, or cling to dust, and start going off.
That's my 10th land of the game.
Yeah, you got horrifically flooded. I was telling Ross before the show, my last 2 shows I've been drawing like Ross Merriam, but thank God you're taking that helm back because you've been drawing
2 losses in a row by the Jazz is too much for me to withstand.
Exactly, yeah. Your powers are still great enough to withstand 1 loss from the Jazz, but 2, too much.
I'm honestly kind of impressed that the games have been as close as they've been, given, game 1, my draw was fine. I did take a mulligan and ended up a point short, right? And then this game, just, way too many lands.
Yeah, my lands, the thing about Sultai is my lands I deal myself a lot of damage with my lands, and so you get those first few turns to just do whatever you want most of the time. My hand there was like Charm, Snapcaster, Bring to Light, and like Opt or something. And, my second draw was Fatal Push. You still got that first turn where you got to hit me. And without Fatal Push there, I think I'm just in a lot of trouble. I still ended up charming on 3.
Yeah.
And then Snapcaster pushing was my follow-up after that. But, it's still rough because you get that, especially on the play, you really get some turns in.
And there's there's a lot of elements of the way Spike has been building his mana bases that I really like with these like Drowned Catacombs and Sunken Hollows, all those little bit of lands, Reflecting Pool, just lands that help you, cast this diverse mana cost of spells without taking that much damage. You're not all fetches and shock lands, so you don't end up with these draws where you're like, okay, I got to try on my turn 1, then I need to fetch shock, and suddenly I've dealt myself 7 damage.
And you're more vulnerable to choke and boil. We're not seeing as many of those because these Mystic Sanctuary decks have obviously went away with Mystic Sanctuary, but those used to be in every sideboard. 2 boil, 2 choke, in like any red and green deck, and they're still around, but it mitigates that problem a lot.
It does make you a little more vulnerable to Blood Moon, so there is a cost.
That is true, and that is probably more played, but
But I'd rather just save myself damage because, as you said, though, like creature decks are being played so heavily. There's so many prowess decks around. They don't usually have Blood Moon in their sideboard, so I'd rather just save myself the damage, make sure that I can win these games. You effectively won a game on 1 life and 3 life.
Yep.
Right. So a little bit of extra damage in those games can swing each one. So credit to the mana base there.
100%. All right, everyone, we are going to take a short break. I'll be right back with sideboarding between Sultai Lurist and Boros Prowess. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live, your home for the highest level of competitive Magic. From my end, for my Sultai deck, I'm going to be taking out Force of Negations, a couple Cryptic Commands, Counter Spells. I was going between how many Counter Spells and Cryptic Commands I actually wanted in my deck, and I landed on 1 and 2. Or I guess 1 and 3. I think I had 3 Cryptic Commands. I think just the earlier Counter Spells is going to be the better against you, even though Cryptic Command can be that time walk I need to get to Bring to Light. And I kind of talked myself into 2 and 2, actually, as I was saying that. Because turn 4, Cryptic Command, tap your things, Bring to Light for Damnation is actually kind of sweet. So I'm going to switch that up. Bringing in 2 Drowning Locks. With how fast you fill your graveyard, this is Counterspell or terminate, So I think that's just an upgrade to counterspell anyways. Bringing in one more damnation. Engineered explosive is pretty good when you have a lot of 1-drops. A couple Aether Gusts are okay. I guess Aether Gust isn't that good against you, is it?
You can hit like
Manamorphose and stuff, but it doesn't hit your creatures. And Swift Spears?
Well, it's 8 of the creatures, not the other 6.
Yeah, I lied. I'm not bringing in those either. I'll just leave in counterspells. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. What are you sideboarding?
Nothing.
Not a thing?
Got a bunch of removal spells and reactive cards that are just irrelevant for this matchup. So
Okay.
Same 60 in it.
All right. Maybe that. Do you think that's a sign of this is supposed to be a good matchup kind of thing? Or
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Usually it's either a sign that the matchup is so good I don't need to worry about it, or so bad I've chosen not to worry about it.
Yeah. Or, whoever built the deck just had didn't really think about this deck in mind. And then this is a pretty unique deck too, so.
In general, like if you were going to board against control, do you think, how would you change the sideboard if you would at all?
Yeah, in a red-white deck, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to maintain Lawless. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can really do.
Is it like rolling vortex kind of things? Like, is that kind of those sticky threats? But I mean, there's still abrupt decay, so maybe that's not good. Blood Moon
You can't play with Lawless.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Um,
Rolling Vortex doesn't seem great, but that's just the kind of card I think of when you want to bring in a non-creature thing into out of just red decks. Like green, you'd bring in Veil, if you had that in your deck, but
yeah, I could definitely see playing Rolling Vortex. I could see something like Conspiracy Theorist, maybe Bomat Courier.
Bowman's always pretty good.
Yeah,
but doesn't seem great. Yeah, I can't really think of any great options.
Yeah,
so.
there really isn't.
Okay, how's your hand?
Speaking of not great, I'm gonna keep it, but it's not very good.
Yeah, I'll keep my hand. It's decent. Causes me a lot of pain.
Tapped Sacred Foundry.
Okay. I got a Catcher Triumph, and I'll pass to you.
I have a Leonin Light Scribe.
Okay.
That suggested Thalia. Do you think that's a possible option?
Ooh, Thalia's kind of nice.
In your prowess deck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's nice in theory.
Yeah, I agree. Thalia is a good card for aggro decks against control, but this is specific aggro deck, not so much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. My hand is quite good, but I just got to figure out how I want to sequence things here. I definitely don't want you to attack nor play something that gives it indestructible, so I think I have to act now. So let's get actually, I'm going to play this. I'm going to sack this, take 3, get a Watery Grave, and then pass to you.
You're at 17?
Yep.
I'll play a Crash Through.
Okay.
I'll play a Crash Through.
Okay. That's what you want to do with no creatures, right?
I'll play a Tap Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
No.
All right. I will play a Catacombs, and I'll pass to you.
I will play a Sunbaked Canyon.
Okay.
Sacrifice it.
Okay.
Play a Swift Spear.
Okay.
Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
No effects.
I will Fatal Push it.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'll sack this. Go to 16. Get my Triumph. All right, Sultai Triumph. So you were really relying on that Light Scribe, huh?
I mean, am I just supposed to mulligan every hand that doesn't have, 2
Multiple
creatures?
threats, yeah. You had a lot of redraws too, so. All right, we'll just play a line and pass to you.
I'll play a Swift Spear.
I will say okay.
Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
No effects.
I have a Snapcaster.
Sure.
And I'll Abrupt Decay.
I'll take 2, go to 18.
Okay.
And buy Lawless.
All right.
You can go.
All right. I will attack.
16.
I'll buy Lawless, and I'll pass to you.
Play Lawless.
Counter spell.
Yeah. Play Bauble.
Okay.
Play this land tapped.
Okay.
Pass, upkeep, Bauble you.
I will draw. I will play this and attack for 2.
14.
And now I'm thinking if I want to even play Lawless. I don't have a Bauble or anything cool, so it's just vulnerable. So doesn't seem great. I'll pass to you.
Upkeep, draw from Bauble.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
Okay.
Lava Dart you.
Sense a lighting up of the stage. All right, I'll take it. 15.
15. Light up the stage.
Yep.
Okay.
Some redraws.
Play Canyon. Sack Canyon.
Okay.
Play Bauble.
Yep.
Bauble you. Pass, upkeep, draw from Bauble.
Okay. I will attack.
12.
I got a hollow, and I'll pass to you.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
Manamorphose.
Okay.
Make red white.
Yep. You're doing a lot of things. That's for sure.
You got 3 in hand?
4. We got 15 to 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one of them is Lawless.
Play Vantage.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I'll attack for 2.
10.
Drew a pretty good one, and since the rest of my hand is pretty solid, I think I can safely do this now. I will draw 2 magic cards.
Sure.
All right, that was pretty good. I will bobble, and I'll bobble you now. Okay, and then I'll pass, draw, bobble. Oh, baby.
Play Foothills.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. End step, I will Archmage's Charm, draw 2. Then I will Cling to Dust your Manamorphose. Draw a magic card. Untap. Draw. I just have 1 billion cards now. I will attack.
8.
4, 5. I will bobble myself. All right, I don't want that. I will bring to light.
Sure.
Okay, I will get a Velky. Choose Tybalt. Tick up. Okay, okay. I'm helping you out with your flood.
Gonna need a lot more help than that.
All right, I already played a land, so that was kind of stupid. And then I will pass to you, draw a bobble.
Yep. Go.
Wow. I will cast Opt. Sure. Untap. A draw. Tick up. Okay. I will cast Swift Spear. I will just play this mountain. I will play Lurrus. Yep. I'll play a bobble. Trigger.
You're good.
I will attack with these 2.
I'll go to 4.
I'll opt beforehand.
I'll go to 3.
Okay. And I will pass to you. Is your hand that bad still?
Oh, I've got some burn spells.
Yeah.
Some mutagenic growths. I never had a creature to cast.
Yeah, my hand is just complete gas. Yeah, wow, that deck did not treat you well. Holy cow. But, you know, is that a product of blue gives you the card advantage, and without it, you know, you're more prone to flood, or you just think you just ran super bad? Combination of both?
Yeah, like you have less control over your draws,
Yeah.
right? You're not playing things like Opt.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get the scries off of Stormring Entity.
Yeah.
So you definitely have, you know, less control over your draws. You're about the same threat density.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I had drawn like really well, like, there's just not much I can do when you just kill a couple creatures, and I've got a fistful of burn spells that come up short and mutagenic growths.
Yeah. And like my opener was like 3 lands, push, go for the throat, snapcaster, counterspell. Like my hand was just perfect that game.
Biggest thing, I think if the mutagenic growths had just been additional threats, I might have had a chance that game.
Yeah.
If they were Bomat Couriers out of the sideboard, but the sideboard just doesn't really have real threats to bring in. Firewalker doesn't really count.
Yeah, trading Crash through for Opt, is pretty bad. And then not having Stormwing Entity, I think it's just such a big cost because, these prowess decks, they kill you on turn 4 or 5. But if they do not have a good, clean curve throughout that, it's pretty easy to disrupt. But Stormwing and all the Ops and Serum Visions, whatever it's playing these days, really help out the deck a lot.
You also lose the 2-drop Sprite Dragon, I think, is a big deal because it's another haste creature. Like, that's your form of reach.
Yeah.
And I was running into issues where my baubles didn't do a whole lot because I have all these Magecraft creatures now in the deck. So I think the loss of Sprite Dragon is also a big deal.
Yeah, and Bauble is just not a good card in these prowess decks. When you have Luris, it makes it playable because that combination is insane. But yeah, it just seems like too much of a loss to go to red-white.
This is the version of the deck I would want to play if I needed to race a ton. If everybody was playing big mana decks like Tron and Amulet Titan, different combo decks, then this is the version I would want to play. But that's not what people are doing in Modern right now. Everybody's interacting a ton, and in that kind of metagame, I want to be playing as it.
Yeah, no, and I think that makes a lot of sense, and especially against like Heliod, if they ever go infinite life, I guess that kills both prowess decks pretty easily. Yeah, there's not much around that.
But again, the increased card selection that you get in the Izzet deck is going to help you find more answers to keep them off the combo for long enough.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. All right, everyone. Rob, we got a question at all before we go to break?
To fly over their blockers.
Yeah, and you have like Ceremonious Rejection for Tron, which still makes it okay. I feel like that matchup's already pretty good.
Yeah.
It's already fast enough. And, it might slow down just a little bit, but if you can be fast enough and have 1 rejection for their first Karn or O-Stone, like, whatever, they're dead.
Yeah.
Todd had a good point that he said light up the stage is antithetical to Boros Charm. What about playing more Lava Spikes instead of Boros Charms?
Just be more burn.
I think Boros Charm just does so much for the deck because you need to it being able to protect your threats and sometimes give double strike.
Yeah, I like the double strike aspect of it. Yeah.
I'm intrigued enough by Boros Charm to keep playing it, but I do agree it is worse with light up the stage. But there's some positives to balance that out.
Maybe it's just instead of Bobble, you play Lava Spike. Like
you got to play Bobble in your Luris deck.
Maybe, but like you have so much to bring back because your creatures die so often.
But you need to be able. The thing is having something on 0 to bring back. So when you're on 3 mana, your Luris is still a playable threat that generates immediate value.
Yeah, sure. I can buy it. All right, everyone. That's going to do it for this round. We are going to head to a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with our final round, where I'm bringing the fishes back. I'm going to be playing some Merfolk.
And I'm going to be playing a kooky little Yorion Blink deck.
Wait, Yorion?
Yeah.
On your side? And I'm playing Aether Vial?
It's a my-style Yorion deck.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with our final round here on Versus Live.
Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Marion.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
We've got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so we can see them and send his favorites over to us. Playing some Modern today. As is typical here on Versus Live, we have saved our most fun decks for last.
Oh, yeah.
Though I'm not sure I would say that about Corey's deck. Mine, however.
You don't like mine?
I've never been a Merfolk fan.
Oh yeah, it's never been good. That's for sure. But
it's just 24 pack rats and some Aether Vials.
You better be careful. All the Merfolk fans are going to come for you on Twitter.
Or they'll come for me again.
They'll swim up through the ground and get you good.
But my deck is a sweet one. This is an Orzhov Blink deck using Yorion as a companion. I love using Yorion as a companion in Vial decks.
Yeah.
Because you get to take that Vial all the way up to 5, buy the Yorion, immediately put it onto the battlefield, then blink out the Vial so you can get it back down, essentially, into relevant consistent numbers.
Okay. I mean, I still like doing that with Fires of Invention, but Aether Vial, that's another way to go, I suppose.
Well, Vial's a more powerful card than Fires of Invention normally, so.
You get out with that. You get out with Fires. They are both legal and modern in 1C's play, so I'll give it to you on that.
Aether Vial was also busted in Standard, so.
Yeah, that's fair. That you're really aging yourself. Dang, I don't think I played an Aether Vial in Standard.
I top 8'd my first PTQ with Aether Vial in my block constructed deck.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yeah.
You said it was good in Standard, not block. We all know it's good in block.
I was taking it up to 3 to put Viridian Shamans onto the battlefield in the mirror.
Okay, sweet.
The Affinity Mirror, by the way.
The Affinity Killer,
Yes.
okay.
Just an Orzhov value blink deck. It sort of looks like Death and Taxes with the Flicker Wisps and Elite Spellbinders, but there's none of that mana denial package. It's a value deck.
Okay.
A black mainly there for Tidehollow Sculler as a disruptive element, and Wasteland Strangler, which goes really well with Elite Spellbinder.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It just puts it into my graveyard?
Yeah. And then kills a creature.
That's spicy.
Yeah. So Wasteland Strangler is gonna be a key card here, and hopefully I get to.
You're gonna try to fry some fishes, huh?
Hopefully I get to just do some dirty things to you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's all I've ever wanted.
That's true. Well, the last couple shows you've been doing just that. So I'm glad I finally locked up the marbles in the first 2 matches, and for the first time in this year, I feel. I'm gonna be just playing Merfolk, blue-white Merfolk, so you get Unsettled Mariner, but otherwise pretty standard stuff here.
Well, you're playing Luris's in your main deck, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool with Curse Catcher at least.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it should be fun.
But another good creature to vial onto the battlefield. You get to vial it and then cast something from your graveyard.
Yep, I'm in. All right, how's your hand?
Not good.
Not good. Okay, I think mine is keepable. It's not insane or anything, but...
Marshall, let's go.
You not gonna take your 15th mulligan of the day?
No, it's I just need one good draw, and then the hand is perfectly fine.
All right, I'm gonna reveal this and pass to you.
Is that a Silver Gallop?
Yep.
Revealed to your Wanderwine Hub?
Yep. No vial for either of us, though. I have a much higher chance of drawing mine, though.
I wouldn't say much higher.
Still higher.
It's higher. I'm a 19. That's about what I expected.
That was the perfect draw you needed?
Play March Flats and pass.
Okay. That was just about on par as well. All right, I'm going to play this and adapt with a Unsettled Mariner revealed to you, draw a card, and pass to you.
Yeah, I'll go to 18, get another Goblet Shrine tapped.
Okay. Rabble.
Play Plains.
Okay.
Play a Flicker Wisp. Flicker my Plains. Okay. Pass the turn.
All right. Love it. I will play this, revealing the same. Now I will attack for 2.
Go to 16.
Okay. 16. Now, kind of want to play my Mariner now to make it a little tricky for you. Start with that. Is that resolved?
No.
And pass to you. No. I don't know. You might have Dismember. I don't know what's in your deck. You might have Path. You have some cards you could have done to my Silver Gwell Adept. I wouldn't have recommended those plays, but...
Back for 3.
All right, 17.
Play Plains and pass the turn.
I will untap, put a counter on this vial. Not the best of draws. But you have something. Otherwise you would have bought Yorion. So let's go with an attack for 4.
I'll path the Mariner, pay 1 for the trigger.
Okay. Yep, it's all good. I'll search for a land.
I'll take 2, go to 14.
Yep. And then I'll pass to you.
Attack for 3 with the Flicker Wisp.
Beginning combat.
Oh.
I will trick that down.
Tricky.
Yep.
Okay, I'll play Giver of Runes.
Okay.
I'll play Wasteland Strangler.
I do indeed have a card in exile, don't I?
Yep.
All right, let me give this one another read. So I cannot stop that, essentially. Gonna be able to do that. Okay.
I will target the Merfolk Trickster.
Okay. Yep.
Trickster down. Pass the turn.
End step. I'm gonna dismember the Giver.
Brings you to 13.
Yep.
You're good. Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're good? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play this, revealing Master. And I will attack for 2.
No blocks.
Okay.
I'm at 12.
Second main, I will play Lawless.
Sure.
Unsettled Mariner.
In response, I'll path the Lawless.
God, if I had another Unsettled Mariner, this would be so nice.
Would it?
Yeah.
It's not there to trigger.
Oh, yeah, good point, good point. Good point. Yep. Resolves. Would it? Okay, and then I'll pass to you.
Attack with Flicker Wisp.
Beginning combat. I'm going to Trickster.
Yep.
Tap this.
Play Giver of Runes.
Okay.
Buy Yorion.
Okay.
Play Groomclimb Pathway.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'll leave that on 2. I will play this Master you know about.
Yep.
And then I'll attack.
You have me at 12, right?
Yep.
Don't think I can afford to just take this, even though trading away the Strangler is not great. So I will block the Unsettled Mariner.
Just that?
Yes.
All right. 4 damage. I'll flash on another one. Get erect. Take 8.
I could double block it and lose it too.
Yeah. No, you're in
4.
trouble. I got a vial. I'm gonna pass to you.
Yeah. All this hand needed was a something to blink with Flicker Wisp for value, and I drew multiple lands.
Yeah. Do you got any Thraben Inspectors in that deck?
Nope. I have lands.
All right. Fishy game 1. Some fishy stuff. Well, Lurks look pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
What a Mortis of Idry spells.
So would you say this is your day on Versus Live, or would you say this is not your day? If we had to break it down.
It's definitely a good card in the Merfolk deck. Because you're a deck that is forcing people to answer your threats over and over again.
Yeah, agreed. Or if you have Spreading Seas, if they... Yeah, I guess they're not really sacking their lands too much or anything to get rid of them, but decent with Spreading Seas if they were to get countered. Make sure you have Island Walk. All right, Rob, you got a cool question at all?
Yeah, I've kind of taken a couple questions here in one.
Okay.
I've had some more questions about what you would want to see in Modern Horizons 2.
Okay.
But then another question that was kind of tie it in. So we see a kind of reserved list reprise card in Diamond Lion as a version of Lion's Eye Diamond. Are there any cards on the reserved list that you think could see their own a different reprisal in Modern Horizons 2?
Like a reprisal as in just not the card specifically, but
not that card specifically, but functionally is
a callback card.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what cards are on the reserve list, so
it's got to be all of Power 9, right? That's the only ones I know for sure. Yeah, I really don't know. It's tough because whatever creature you add with those kind of abilities, like I do not think that 2-drop is going to be good. You know, it's a 2-mana 2/2. And I feel like if you make it really close to the card, it's going to be far too good, you know? So I don't know if I have one I really want to see. I have cards that are outside of Modern that I wouldn't mind to see. Like I think you suggested Days. I think that would be a cool one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as far as reserve list cards go, it's like broken cards and the Elder Dragons are the ones that I know are on it. And beyond that, like, I have and like dual lands, but they're not going to get, you know, callback prints. So like we print different dual lands all the time.
Yeah. Well, then how about what card would you like to see in Modern Horizon 2 from old ones?
My wish list is Days and Cabal Therapy. Those are the two I want.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, otherwise, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. I like Counterspell. I played it in all 3 of my decks. I got it in the sideboard now to replace Mana Leak. It feels like it's pretty sweet, you know? Replacing Mana Leak and stuff. I really like Counterspell. I don't think it's going to be too good. Cavern of Souls is still a great card. There's still decks that go under it. So I think that was a good one. But
yeah, it's just hard to think of old cards that they could do a callback of that wouldn't be too good. Can we get chat to just like name reserve list cards?
yeah, there we go. Chat, what do you think?
Would Stifle be too good?
Stifle?
Isn't Stifle legal?
Not in Modern.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like,
stifling fetch lands and stuff would be pretty strong.
Stifle, Wasteland. Could you see like Rashidon Port? I mean, that's not reserved list.
Please don't give us a Wasteland. That would be heinous.
Port, I think, could be fine.
I think Port could be fine, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Like Mox Diamond.
Mox Diamond is too good.
Too good.
Wheel of Fortune.
Honestly, Wheel of Fortune is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Tabernacle.
I don't think they would what?
Tabernacle.
That one they definitely like. If they wanted to print a callback version of it, it would be the one that's already Modern legal. That's on a creature, Magus of the Tabernacle.
Yeah, Library of Alexander. I guess they have like Biblioplex as kind of. Or wait, that's when you have 0 cards, right?
Yeah, but that's that's
they
a callback.
Printed lands kind of like that, and they've been pretty bad. But
yeah, they're not just reprinting those cards straight up.
Yeah, good call. Sure. Good call. Let's just get Time Walk back. That should be fine, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be
just
okay.
2-mana Time Walk. Yeah, seems great.
Can you imagine going like 3 mana Teferi, turn 4 do something, turn 5 big Teferi plus untap 2 lands, Time Walk on my end step.
Oh my god, that would be insane. Yeah, let's get that back. All right, we'll think about it.
Can we get Seed Time? I think that might be fun. Is that one even Modern legal? It was in Judgment. I don't know if it was put into something else.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I've always wanted to.
I'm so bad at the old cards, because I do not play much Legacy. I don't play much Vintage. So, and I started in Onslaught, so I very much did not play with those cards very much. So I'm pretty bad at that.
Yeah, I always wanted Seed Time to be good. It never was.
Which one's Seed Time again?
So 1 in a green instant that is a Time Walk, but you can only cast it if your opponent has played a blue spell this turn and on your turn.
Okay. So that's kind of cool. It's like a really weird veil.
Yeah, so then they go like end step Archmage's Charm because you've done nothing, and then you just Seed Time them in response. And
that's kind of gas. How's your hand?
Not gas.
My hand is the opposite of gas as well. I think this might be my first mulligan of the day, though, so I can't complain too much. What was yours? Heinous?
It was a 1-lander.
All right.
It had 3 1-mana spells in it and a bunch of 2-mana spells, but like...
Were any of them Thraben Inspector?
No. Oh, there are no Thraben Inspectors.
Oh, man. Well, there's your whole problem with the deck.
There's Wall of Omens in the deck that I think should be Thraben Inspectors.
Yeah?
Wall might be a little bit better against the red decks, though.
That's the problem with your index, though, is like cards like Thraben Inspector just aren't that good, because instead of a 2-mana, if you play a creature that gains you value, like Wall of Omens, it's just better because eventually you'll blink it with Yorion. So Thraben, I feel, is not that good in your index.
I just like having additional 1-drops in my Vial deck.
Yeah, so. No, that's totally reasonable. With Vial, I do think it gets a lot better.
Because the deck has plenty of 2s.
Yeah, that's true. All right, both mulliganing here. You're on the play. This hand is fine. Fine has been declared. I'm going to be getting rid of this one. Not really a great card in this matchup, I imagine.
Yeah, this hand is fine.
Okay.
I'll lead on a tapped Godless Shrine.
Did you put a card back? You
Oh.
cheater?
All right, I've got extra lands. Don't worry.
Okay. So I got this. I'll reveal Curse Catcher and pass to you.
I'll play Tidal Scholar.
Okay. I got some good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Has multiples of them. I'll take the Merfolk Trickster because you can't play 2 Masters.
Okay.
That's the turn.
All right. Oh, I will.
Actually, I'm just going to take a Master.
Yeah, that's probably correct. All right.
With the way this game is going to play out.
Mm-hmm. I will name a Merfolk. I will play a Master, and I'll attack for 2.
I'm at 18.
Pass to you. Not a great draw on my part. I wonder why this land's even here. Doesn't seem like you really need...
Usually there for choke.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'll play Elite Spellbinder.
Okay, I added an Aether Vial.
Take the Merfolk Trickster.
Good call, good call.
And do I attack? No, I don't think trading 2 for 2 is good. I'll pass.
Okay.
I think that's effectively what it would be. Is I would allow. Oh, actually, maybe not. Because I still don't think you're attacking with the Master. Yeah, I will attack. Actually,
I'll block.
it's gonna die eventually.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna play this, even though it gives you perfect information. Reveal these. Play this. Attack.
Block.
Okay. And pass to you.
I just want to limit resources in these games.
Yep.
Play Wall of Omens.
Okay. Thank God. It's not a Wanderer.
Play Wall of Omens.
Okay.
Pass attack.
We need to get you an island. Okay. I will play this and pass to you.
Play Charming Prince.
Okay.
Exile Wall of Omens.
I guess if I tap it, loses ability. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Buy Orient.
Okay.
End step, wall comes in, I'll draw a card.
All right. End step, I'll do this and tap down that. Tick this up. Oh, that was probably best possible. I will play this, Lawless, and another Master. And I will attack with these 2. I had to take a pain for that. 19.
So you're at 19. Wall of Omens will block the 3, or that's 4. So Wall of Omens will block the Master, and I'll take 4.
Yeah, oh, it's other Merfolk. Yep, okay. So put you to 14?
Yeah, 14, 19.
Pass to you. Well, Yorion is going to be disgusting here. I love me a good Charming Prince and Yorion. Holy cow. I'm just still shocked that that combination is not better in Standard right now. It's so insane. But it just has not been very good.
Yeah, I'll play Orient.
Okay.
I'll blink these 3.
Okay.
They're going to come back at my end step. I'm going to put the Charming Prince on the bottom. I want the Orient as a blocker.
Okay.
I have plenty of ways to start the Orient loop later if I need them. So I'm just going to scry 2, but I'm going to do it after the walls because I want the information.
Okay.
So draw 2, scry 2.
Yep. My kingdom for Spreading Seas.
Bottom at the top, pass the turn.
Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas. I think my only 3 drops are Lawless. I don't think I want Vial any further up. So we'll go like that. Huh. Okay, I'll crack this, draw a card. Then I will... I guess I don't want to do that yet. I'll declare attacks. And yeah, before blockers, I'll dismember Yorian. I'll go to 15.
Unbelievable. Okay, I'll block the 2/3/3s.
I'll flash on this Lord.
How does he do it?
He can't keep getting away with this.
A 9.
Take 5 and I'll play Curse Catcher past you. Some fishy business going on today, Rob. Some fishy business.
I expect nothing less from your
Who would have guessed fish and cats working together? What a world. What a world. What you need is some oaths. Oathakayas. You got those?
Crack fetch, go to 8.
Okay.
Go to basic.
Okay.
I'll path your Luris.
Path my Luris. Okay. I could make you pay 1. That seems pretty bad. So I'll let it die. So the difference between this is it pumps itself, huh? Not bad, not bad.
No.
It says all merfolk.
Yes, and read the text.
Oh, and it's just a summon lord?
But it's been errated to say all other and be a merfolk.
Okay, okay. I love when cards just don't actually do what they say they do on the card. It's the only disadvantage of having a card game that isn't all digital, huh?
I guess I should actually play the path.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Just say you path things. That'd make this game a lot easier.
What would make this game a lot easier is you not runnering perfects in the mid-game of every game. Just turn 5 comes around and it's like, okay, as long as Corey doesn't draw the best possible here, I can stabilize. It's like, oh, best possible. Go for the throat. Dismember.
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm going to soak it up while I can because these last 2 shows I've been in that seat and it is frustrating. Me and Ross are both hyper competitive, even in Versus Live, so you just get wrecked.
4 4s and a 5/5, and I'm at 8.
Yeah, seems
Well,
fine.
I mean, you just say this is now the pinnacle of competition. So
That's true. This is the height of competitive play, so. If you're just tanking and then about to cast Wrath of God, I swear to God.
I've got some damnation sitting over here, Ross. I could pass you some of those. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
That would be pretty good. That would literally win me the game. The game would be over on the spot.
I don't know if Damnation literally wins the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
What about
this
damnation plus
card
every
back
land in
to-
Ross's deck he's going to draw for the rest of the game?
Yeah, that's about right. If he had Damnation, it would just be lands from here on out, so.
I would actually be fine in this game if you didn't have the Curse Catcher too.
The Curse Catcher's getting you? I don't even know you really had that many spells. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Clock.
Could do that. Then block, take. Yeah, that does leave me alive. Okay.
I'm shocked.
I will play Flicker Wisp.
Okay.
I will blink the Charming Prince.
Okay.
I'll have Charming Prince enter and
Gain life?
3 life, I
Yeah,
guess.
sure, you kind of have to.
Gain 3, go to 11.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right. Guessing we have a path or something. Let's see what kind of perfect I can draw this turn. Yeah, that's probably good enough. All right. Activate. I'll tap this down.
I'll ephemerate it with the trigger.
Oh, no!
I'll blink out the Lord of Atlantis.
Okay, that was not cool. It comes back in...
On your end step.
Oh, on end step, okay. All right. Well, so they are 3/3, so you can trade with it. I'm still all in, but
Okay, I'm just gonna trade with the 2 masters, I think.
okay.
And that'll have me take 7.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm at 4.
Okay. And this comes back past you.
Upkeep, this has no target.
Okay.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay. Got the Batter Skull.
Yeah, it's got to be Batter Skull.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, it's scary.
and can I? So now you've got 2 3/3s, a 2/2, and another 2/2 with me at 4. So I am gonna have to block 3 things. So yeah, it'll just be block, block, block. Take 3, go to 1. So I'm gonna play Spellbinder and Charming Prince. I'm just thinking if I can afford to blink Stoneforge or I want to gain 3. I
Okay.
can live through this turn, but do I just want the 3 life buffer or do I want to be able to get the Sword of Fire Nice? I think I want to be able to get the sword. So I'm gonna blink the Stoneforge. It'll come back on end step.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were just going to jam Batter Skull. That was scary too, but... All right. A draw.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have 7. I wasn't even thinking about that. Might have been better.
It might have been. Okay, so these would be 3/3s. This is 2/2. I don't really want to sacrifice the Lord if I don't have to. So, unless I really want to get you to block with that Stoneforge, which I kind of do. So if I go like this, you block here, you block here, you block here. Yeah, what? Probably block here. And you could block here, and then that'll trade with it afterwards. Take 3, go to 1.
Ephemerate? Sure.
Oh yeah, just never had targets. Yeah, alright, I'll attack with everything.
Okay. I guess the way I'm blocking, if you have another Lord, I'm gonna die. That's the only reason I was switching these.
Yep.
Can I afford to just throw this away and only take 2? And so if I did this to try to play around another Lord, you would violate the Lord, put me to 1 anyway, and then this would die, and all your other things would live, and you'd have 4 creatures, and I'd be at 1, and the Batter Skull wouldn't be enough. I could rip a removal spell, but I'm probably dead. So yeah, I'll block like that.
All right, damage.
So everything dies. I go to 1.
Yep. And is there any reason to do that? I don't think so. Okay, I'll pass to you.
Yeah, I'm probably going to now spend this entire game losing, almost come back to winning, and lose because of this stupid not playing the Batter Skull. I just tunnel visioned myself into thinking I have 7 mana worth of creatures. That's what I'm playing.
Yeah. You could have played Batter Skull, and then I just could not have attacked last turn.
Yeah. And then I play the creatures the following turn, have the sword.
Yep.
Everything would have been hunky dory. Yeah, I'm at 1. Do I want to use this Field of Ruin? Is there any reason to do that? I don't think so. Just takes a land out of your deck.
Yeah.
So I will play Batterskull.
Okay.
Get a germ.
Sure.
Play this tapped land and pass.
I will flash this into play.
Sure. That's not enough.
Not enough. Ooh. That's not very good.
A random creature is not going to be good enough. Lord is not good enough.
Yeah.
Really need another trickster or removal spell.
I'll pass to you.
I'll play sword.
I'll force. We're still in a lot of trouble.
I think I will attack. If you want to trade both, I can bounce the Batterskull. That's fine. So I'll attack.
Yeah, I think I need to block and like top deck Lawless here. I can't like top deck a Lord or anything. So yeah, I'll double block.
Okay, I gain 4, go to 5.
Yep.
I'll play a Vial and pass.
All right. Now, do I want to maybe tick this up to 3? It really does not matter. Well, yeah, it does in case I top deck a land, a sack, and draw a card. Okay, I'll pass to you.
End step, bounce the Batterskull.
Yep.
Upkeep, counter on Vial.
Yep.
We draw another force.
I did not.
I'll get a germ.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
All right. End step, I'll tap this. Draw. I'll attack for 2.
I go to 3.
I'll pass to you.
Vial to 2.
Yep.
Attack with a germ.
Take it.
You go to 11, I go to 7.
Yep.
Play Concealed Courtyard and pass.
All right. Okay, I will play a Silvergill Adept. Draw. Play a land and pass to
That
you.
was a reason to leave Vial on 2.
Yeah.
Vial to 3. Attack with germ.
And I'm just like in the abyss if I block, so I'll take it.
You go to 7, I go to 11.
Yep.
Play a Plains and pass.
Okay. A draw. I will Spreading Seas Plains.
In response, I'll activate Vial and flicker that Plains.
Oh, not cool. Not cool. Okay, I'll play this and pass to you. Well, I didn't think I was losing this game. It was all that Trickster. If I was just a little more patient with that Trickster, I just thought I was too far ahead.
Okay, attack with my creatures. Got a block.
Crap. Yeah, I'll block with these two.
And they trade. You go to 4, I go to 15.
Yep.
5, 8. I'll bounce Batterskull and recast it.
Cool.
And then I'll play Giver.
Cool.
Pass turn.
Ah, a little too late there, Lawless.
Does let you live for a turn.
Yeah. Does it?
Yeah. Because now you have blockers of 2 different colors. You just have to play a blue but not white creature.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I will play a Lord and pass to you.
But I drew a Flicker Wisp. So.
Okay. Good enough. Good enough.
Flicker the Lurrus, pay the 1 for the Mariner.
All right. Impressive. Impressive. I did not think you were winning that game. I got too excited. I got too excited. Yeah, if I saved Trickster there, not only does the ability not work, you still would have blocked and you would have lived that turn. But then the next turn, at your end step, I Trickster something down and then I would have had you. So
yeah, my plan was to block and then ephemerate after blocks. But you forced my hand.
Well, chat was also yelling at you there at the end to just equip the Flicker Wisp.
Just to what?
Just equip the Flicker Wisp and attack.
Clip it?
Equip it.
Equip. I guess you were dead anyway. Yeah, I can move the battery.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. All right, well, that does it for our first 2 games. We are split. We are going to head to sideboard and see a decider between this, see if I'm going to sweep Ross or if he pulls out the third one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Black White Yorion, which you probably need your companion, and Azorius Merfolk here. From my end, I'm just taking out Force and Negation. Pretty bad against against you outside of those corner cases where you actually cast Batter Skull. Not going to happen enough, so I am bringing in the mana leaks that were in the board, but as per the theme, I am replacing all 2-mana counterspells with counterspells since we know it's going to be in Modern Horizons 2, so if you're looking at the list thinking you do not have those, replace the mana leaks just to test them out, and so far, counterspell's been in all my decks and they've looked awesome.
Yeah.
They have looked awesome.
On my side, Tidehollow Sculler generally weak in creature matchups. The body just doesn't rumble in combat very well, effectively turning it into a 2-mana discard spell.
Yeah.
Just not very good. Going to be cutting those, bringing in some good removal spells, a couple Fatal Pushes, a couple Vanishing Verses. I don't think Corey has enough 1-drops to want Isolate, though that can sometimes be a nice one against Merfolk since it hits Ether Vial.
Yeah.
Not very many good 1-mana Merfolk. That's been a
big problem.
Thorn in the deck side, yeah.
Yeah, no, the best 1-mana Merfolk is Aether Vial, I feel, you know? Yeah, you can't do the cool play with Tidehollow Sculler and Flicker Wisp, you know? That is one card that's templated the old way, where you get to just exile a card from my hand and I don't get it back if you flick it.
Yeah.
With the ability on the stack, that's kind of cool, but yeah, not really worth it, I agree.
This matchup's too fast to want to set stuff like that up.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that's more. I mean, I guess that plus Ephemerate, you know, that's kind of fast. But
yeah,
that's nothing insane.
But then you want to have played like a Wall of Omens on turn 2, so the rebound on Ephemerate is getting value.
Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, you're just giving them the card back.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start up this third game. I will be going first. Yeah, slightly awkward hand, but I think it's good enough to keep. I'm in.
We'll keep.
All right, I have an island, and I'll pass to you.
I have a Concealed Courtyard.
Okay. All-powerful Herbero, and I'll pass to you.
I'll play a Plains and pass to you.
I will have Cavern on Merfolk, and I will pass to you.
Prismatic Vista.
Okay.
Ether Vial.
Resolves.
Pass the turn.
Alright, I have this, and then I will play a Silvergill Adept, revealing this.
Revealing a Lord?
Yep.
Sure.
Draw. And I'll pass to you.
Upkeep Vial 1.
Okay.
Play Marsh Flats.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn.
Untap. A draw. All right. I'm going to play a Mutavault. Animate Mutavault and attack.
It's very obvious that Corey had Counterspell, and I was perfectly fine playing this long game, so of course he has 2 Mutavaults.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will activate Vial.
Okay.
Put in Giver Runes.
Okay.
I would like to block.
Sure.
I'll block Silvergill Adept.
Okay. Take 2.
Yep, puts me to 18.
All right. And second main, I will play a Curse Catcher.
Sure.
Past you.
You have how many cards now?
I have 5.
Okay. On your end step, I'll crack a Marsh Flats.
Okay.
Get Godless Shrine tapped.
Okay. So you go to 17?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know I have Counterspell. I just didn't want to run out my fish cards, you know? Just didn't want to run them out.
Okay, Vial to 2 on my upkeep.
Yep.
Got 4 in hand?
5. Still.
Pass turn.
Untap, draw. Bit of a tilt. Be awkward here. Gonna add a blue.
Yeah, use a board.
Yeah. It's so awkward, but I think it might be the play. Now my hand has turned into quite an awkward one. Yeah, all right. Add a blue. I'm going to return this.
Yep.
Play it. Master.
Sure.
I'll attack for 2.
Before blocks, Vanishing Verse, Master.
I'll counter it.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Okay. You're at 15. Pass to you.
On your end step, activate.
Yep.
Put in Stoneforge Mystic.
Sure. And I'm dead. Batterskull is so good against me. Holy crap.
It is a nice one.
All right. Yeah, definitely was keeping up counterspell, but you played well around it by just not doing anything. Like a jerk.
Like a jerk, he says.
Maybe I should have countered the vial.
Yeah, I'll leave the vial on 2.
Okay.
Oh, punished. Very, wow. Absolutely punished. I'll pass the turn.
Untap. A draw. All right, I will add a blue. I will return this. I will cast a master.
Yep.
I'll cast a master.
Yep.
This could just be such a train wreck if I go for this. I don't know how I'm winning if I don't try to pressure through this Batterskull. If I attack with everything and you like path this plus spring in Batterskull, I am just dead.
That's attack with everything.
Oh yeah. that does make it less enticing even. Yeah, I just think it's too bad if that happens. I'll just pass to you. I'm a coward.
On your end step, activate Stoneforge.
Yep.
Put in Batterskull, get a germ. I will also activate Vial.
Okay.
Put in Charming Prince. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I should have done the second main, but whatever. Those will come in on the next sunset.
Yep.
Upkeep, put Vial to 3.
Okay. Down to 14.
Not yet.
Okay.
I will play Skyclave Apparition.
Ugh. Okay.
I will exile Master of the Pearl Trident.
Okay.
I will activate.
Sure.
Actually, I'm going to exile the Curse Catcher.
Okay.
I'll activate Wasteland Strangler, put Curse Catcher in the graveyard. Yeah, this is still fine.
Okay.
So -3/-3.
Sure.
Then I'll fetch, get a Plains, and ephemerate the Apparition and hit one of the other masters. I just wanted to have you get a 1/1 off of this instead of a 2/2. So I'm at 14 after that fetch.
I'm going to concede the game.
Yeah. I drew the Apparition when I left the Violon 2 because I had the Charming Prince.
Yeah,
I had nothing for the Strangler. And when I drew that, I've got multiple blink cards.
Yeah, I definitely played the game of having 2 counter spells in my opener and Silver Gorilla Adept with an awkward mana base. And just, it got quite awkward with not countering the Vial and then not playing aggressively. I think I had to do one or the other differently.
Yeah. You're going to draw this and play another master, and I'm going to put this Ephemerate Rebound on the stack and flicker the Wasteland Strangler.
You've won the game. You've won the game. And I just awkwardly had the coast too, so I was so far away from casting Luris. It was all bad.
Yeah.
It was all bad.
We finally got to this combination of cards, which is essentially unbeatable.
Yes. No, that was pretty sweet.
Okay. I couldn't suffer losing to Merfolk, which is the ultimate indignity.
It really is.
You can't allow that to happen.
No, you can't. But you do have one thing you got to give me, and then we'll be heading out of here at least. I kind of knew I had to start 2-0 against you. I'm like, these fish are probably not going to get it done because I think we've played it 3 times on Versus, and we've tried, and it's always hot medium. Sorry, Chad, if you're a big Merfolks fan, but they haven't been great.
I lost to Merfolk once in Legacy 10 years ago, and I vowed never again.
Yeah. Since then, you've just been salty. Yeah.
I think the last time I played against Merfolk in Modern was with Is It Phoenix, and I just played Thing in the Ices on turn 2, and they were unbeatable.
Oh, God. Or just gut-shotting. And yeah, that would be good. All right. Well, Rob, do you got any questions from our audience before we thank some subs and sponsors?
Yeah, Ross, what do you think about adding blue for Soul Herder in this Orzhov deck?
Yeah, I think that would be fine. It does sort of glut the curve a little bit at 3 because you have Spellbinder, Wasteland Strangler, Apparition, Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
So that would be my major concern, and is do you really need that much more value in this deck? You're already ahead in most matchups on that front.
I don't see.
So you would need to show me a little bit more. Watcher of Tomorrow is a fine 2-drop to blink, but not appreciably better than Wall of Omens, in my opinion.
Yeah, not really. Watcher I tried it in that Soul Herder cat deck, and it felt pretty bad every time. But
so that's to me, in certain metagames where you want that much more value, sure, I would go for it. But in general, I would keep the curve as lean as you possibly can, because that's where these decks often suffer, is having that bulky curve. And then when you don't have Ether Vial to net you extra mana by letting you double spell on 3 and 4 mana pretty easily, you fall behind, especially to the decks that exist in Modern.
Yeah, but wow, right when you said it the first time, the Elite Spellbinder Strangler interaction is insane.
Yeah.
We've already seen getting cards out of exile that you've already just, exiled with Cling or something.
Or
being
cool, exile
or
that you spent a card on.
That you already spent a card on. But the fact that you're now taking another card from your opponent that they were going to use later is just chef's kiss. That's a nice one. Yeah. I can't imagine this being that good in the metagame right now, but honestly, up against Heliod, I bet you beat Heliod. Probably get wrecked by Prowess decks, but...
I remember seeing this deck originally as an Abzan deck that also had Collected Company. I would be interested in something like that because your curve has so many 3s on a splash. Can you imagine hitting Spellbinder plus... because the way the triggers stack, you don't have to have the card in exile until the Wasteland Strangler ability goes to resolve.
You can stack it?
Yeah, because it's so you can if you stack the triggers appropriately, you essentially just get 3/1 flyer and a 3/2. One kills a creature, one takes their best card out of their hand.
Yeah. Or Skyclave Apparition with this. You take a card, exile that, and then when Skyclave dies, you don't get an illusion, huh?
Is that,
I'm not sure how that...
It says of the exiled card.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, does that lock in? But if it's not, I'm not sure exactly how
Yeah, if that card is no longer exiled, I don't know. I do not know how that works. But either way, it's cool.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cool. That's for sure. All right, everyone. That was a fun Modern show. We love Modern. I hope y'all do as well because it is just such a fun format, and it's going to be shaken up even more. So will Historic next week, though, when we get the full anthology. Hopefully, we get some really cool stuff added in there, and we can bring you some, a future of what Historic is going to look like kind of shows. But
the Gruul decks already have Burning Tree Emissary. That's a good one with a Tarkus command.
Yeah. What is the modes again? +1/+1
And reach.
And reach for whatever
3
reason.
damage to an opponent.
Play an extra
might be
land.
each opponent. Yeah, or put a land, I think, on the battlefield.
And then deal 3.
No, well, it's deal 3 to an opponent, and they can't gain life this turn.
Yeah.
So it was like Skullcrack hybrid. In most of the time, you were casting a 3 damage and pump.
Yeah. No, it seems like it can replace some of the more expensive stuff. Maybe even like Questing Beast from that deck, or Gruul Spellbreaker was kind of the weak one in that deck. But yeah, Gruul's already really good. I bet that's going to continue to improve that deck.
Yeah, I mean, you might even see it sort of rebuilt around a Tarkus command with way more 1-drops. Maybe not even Llanowar Elves. Sometimes you can see a more base red deck that is splashing green for a Tarkus command and has Burning Tree Emissary.
Yeah.
You play like Bomat Courier off the green mana.
Yeah.
So you go like, turn 1, whatever red 1-drop you want. Turn 2, Emissary, red 1-drop, Bomat Courier. Then you have a Tarkus command with 4 creatures on turn 3.
Yeah, no, it seems sweet. Or even like, pump your team, put a land into play, Embercleave, get that extra points of damage and stuff. Like
Embercleave would work well.
That'd definitely be one we're going to play if we check out it.
Robber the Rich in that deck would make sense.
Oh, you don't get the illusion, apparently.
You don't get the illusion?
You do not get the illusion.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even sicker. Yeah, I mean, wow. Those Strangler really got some help with Skyclave and Lead Spellbinder.
Can you imagine playing against a creature deck and having them Coco into 2 Flametongue combos?
Yeah, get wrecked.
And it's not even them getting lucky hitting 2 of the same card. It's like, no, I've got 2, 8 of them in my deck.
Oh, that is cool. I mean, I want to try that out. That is awesome. And I mean, it's your end, so I'm already happy.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rob, let's thank some subs. Let's thank some sponsors, and we're going to head out of here.
Unfortunately, no new subs today, but thank you to all of our other subs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our fabulous staff of content creators, as well as Corey Baumeister. It also gets you some other perks: 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
You're as salty as these merfolks, aren't you?
I'm so salty right now. Unbelievable.
Gotta love it. And if you want to sit in these awesome chairs that we sit in every Tuesday and Thursday, you can by going to carnox.com/SCG. Use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these awesome gaming chairs.
The next order of business is SCG buying cards, because they always are.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you need to sell them, you need to pick up a little extra money with Modern Horizons preview season right on the horizon. See what I did there?
Nice.
You can do it, and there's so many ways to do it because it's so easy because there's so many ways to do it. First method, you can just mail your cards into SCG, let them do the work for you. You can also use the buy list feature on the website if you want to do the work. You can make an appointment and come into the store if that's the way you'd like to do things. And if your collection is big enough, you can make an appointment and SCG will come to you. And keep in mind, you do get a 30% bonus when trading in your cards for store credit.
Yeah, what a good time to buy, to be honest, before Modern Horizon 2 comes out. Get rid of some of those other cards that are getting stale in your Modern collection, and then buy Hogak Part 2 when it comes out,
Win a few tournaments.
The return of the GAC.
Yeah.
All right, and next sponsor here is Coalesce Apparel. We love Cedric and the rest of the gang at Coalesce. They create some really cool, fun shirts. It's summertime. I'm loving the beautiful beach collection here. It's so nice.
Yeah, and I've got some light colors going on here. This is a nice summery color.
Yeah, I love that red. I love that red. It's really good.
Almost salmon.
Yep, really nice. So if you want to pick up some of these awesome shirts, you can go to coalesceapparel.shop and use the gift code SCG to get yourself 10% off any of these awesome shirts.
Yeah, and our last order of business is the StarCityGames.com weekly sale. This week's is going to be 15% off of all Commander product singles. So anything released in those Commander products, from all the way back when they first started to now is 15% off. That sale is going on right now, and it will continue until this coming Monday at 10:59 a.m. Eastern time. So take advantage while it's there.
Absolutely, everyone. So thank you so much for watching this awesome Modern show, everyone. It was quite the blast.
Awesome is an overstatement.
Oh, it was so good. Rob, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Awesome. Sweet. Okay, so that's two against one. I mean, it's just awesome. That's just numbers.
Yeah, but Golos agrees with me.
Okay, fair enough. What a tireless pilgrim. All right, so for next week, we are going to be not exactly sure our shows, but we are going to be tweeting out and asking for submissions from y'all, the audience. If you got some cool decks for us, make sure to keep an eye on our Twitter accounts if you want to maybe see your deck played on the show. So, y'all, that's going to be everything for us. We're going to be back Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time with another Versus Live. So for Rob, Ross Merriam, I'm Corey Baumeister. We'll see you then.